Hello, hello everybody, welcome in, lovely to see you all this evening. Sorry I'm a few minutes late, ran a bit later with dinner tonight. Hi Kimberlyn, hi Jasmine, Alexis, Kate, Hannah, welcome. Hi Marielle and Catherine and Nessa, welcome Leah and Brittany and Becca. Is that a locally owned plant nursery shop? Nice. Hiya Adele and Booked for Colouring, welcome. Hiya Adriana and Sam, I am here. You summoned me. I was like, quick, I don't know, I had to run downstairs and make myself a glass of squash. So I can lubricate the voice. Hiya Julie, hi Angela and Shell and Vicky and Kimberly, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so today I'm going to be finishing off the page I started last week in Sirenes du Monde. So not much left to go here. I've got to do the pencil shading for the water and also do the sky background, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I want to do this gradient with ohuhus here from like pink to creamy yellow. Hello Jeanette, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm just tucking my vest in. I was meant to look just beforehand as well. Oh, it is another chilly day here in the UK and Mum just put the heating on. She was like, I'm giving you a treat. I was like, thank you, I'm so cold. Well, I'm not so cold, but it's just chilly. I mean, what does the temperature say? My laptop's saying nothing right now. Just telling me about the stocks. Where's my temperature? Check my phone. 12 degrees. Yeah. It's not that bad. Whoops, sorry, pressed the wrong button. I accidentally pressed transition instead of just clicking off. Ah! Sorry, I've got a bit of a messy desk at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure things don't fall off. You lit your wood stove earlier, nice. Yeah, definitely weather too. You can't see it because it's off camera, but I've got a load of pencils just shoved to the side here for the page I finished just before I had my tea. Ugh, so I'm just moving them across, pretend they don't exist. Ooh, Jasmine, what books are you hoping to get? It's chilly in the Netherlands too. Heart hasn't really gone off this year yet. Usually it's off by now. It's not kicking in very much, but it's still on. Oh, heat. Oh my god. I was like, your heart? I'm sorry? It's not kicking in very much? Your heat, not your heart. Oh my god. I was like, I don't remember you saying you had issues with your heart, Kimberlyn. Oh my god. It's still on. Yeah, we had ours off because we had some really nice sunny days in April, sort of early May, and now it's dropped. But then next week it's meant to be getting up to the 20s again. Oh, you got Luna and Secret Garden, lovely. You also read Heart, okay, glad I'm not alone. I was, oh my god, your heart hasn't kicked in? What? Hi Alex, welcome. We finally had nice weather today, good for you. Got heating on too, 10 degrees in Sheffield. Yeah, you've tempted me with that R.J. Hampson book. Oh, yeah. Right, before we start, I'm going to do a little quick recap of what I've bought this week. Because I've got 5 books here. Well, not this week, but what has arrived this week. I've done a flip through of all these 3 books by Emma Peters, Storm's Eye Design. And then today I've just put up the flip through of fan favourites with Lexi weighing in her thoughts as well. And then I had to pick up this Woodland Cuties, which I looked through on... When did I do my stream? It was Tuesday. Paulina told me that this just got released, and so I went into Tesco on Thursday and picked it up, which was yesterday. Yeah, this book is so cute. I've already got a buddy colour planned. I was like, I want to start it, and someone reached out, and I wasn't taking on any more, but I want to get it done this month, and I think I can. It's so cute. We are doing that one, the strawberry cream tea party. Oh, so cute. Oh, look at them otters. Babies. Yeah, I really love this artist's art style. You can only really find them in Colouring Heaven, so love that. Fan favourites, I've just put a flip through up of. Really, really do love this book. There's 2 images which I don't care for, but that's because of the style. I just don't like the style. This one is one of them. And there's the other one. This is the other one, just water. Yeah. But I'd still colour them. There's some I really love, like this Owl and the Pussycat one. Come on, how adorable. Yeah, and the book, the page I bought the book for is the Bearbies. Oh my god, how cute. I just love it. Love it, love it. Hi Paulina, welcome in. I drove my parents to see my sister's watercolour exhibition. I'm so tired for no good reason. Working on colour by number. No worries. That sounds good, Adele. And I mean, driving can be tiring. It really can. 57 here in Raining Buckets. It hailed like crazy earlier, just as my RJ book arrived actually. Felt sorry for the delivery driver got caught in the rain. Had to return a Like New Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson that cost over $500 total. What? $500? That's insane. The shipping, tax added since I need money. Yeah, that's fair enough. Guess we're getting a summer this year. It sounds like it. Or seems like it. Daydreams arrived today. Love it. Forgot you ordered it. Pre-used. Lovely. Hi Penny, welcome. The Bearbies, so cute. RJ Hampson book is on the way. Yeah, for some reason this book was printed in France. Brittany sur Orge. So it started in France, came overseas to Kent, and then it went to Milton Keynes, chilled there for 8 hours. Then last night it travelled over to Bristol. And then it went back to Swindon to then to me in Wiltshire. I was just like, what did I do that for? Jo at Piggy Pens and I were having a race, and she clearly won. She got hers yesterday. Even though hers, ours both went to Milton Keynes, hers went further into Sheffield, but things just move slowly down in the southwest. Hi Amanda, welcome. Your mum's going to drive you to a location of discount bookstore. Love that. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people's have been shipped in France. So yeah, and I got 3 books by Stormlight Design, Emma Peters. You know I love me a tarot themed book, so I had to get my hands on this one. It does have some zodiac pages as well. Super thick, amazing paper. Yes, I went to Aldi yesterday and I picked up all 4 mythographics. My grandma's taken one of them. She even started colouring in it last night in Fairy Folklore. I let her borrow some of my supplies. Meerkats! That's Flora and Fauna. The fact that bees and then meerkats are back to back. Love. Love, love. So yeah, as for the rest of this month, I know that I'll be getting the Colouring Heaven by Stormside Design. That's out, I think, the 22nd of May. Towards the end of the month, anyway. And other than that, I don't think I'll be getting anything else. So maybe after that I'll do a 2-month haul video. And then the newest one, Bits and Bobs, which I love this. Really, really love it. I like colouring bits and bobs. It's like detailed but not too crazy that it's overwhelming. Got really fun themed pages. I love those plants ones. I love that book one. Teddies. Oh, so cute. Yeah, can't wait to get started in those. Yeah, little recap of what I got. Hi Gail, welcome. Got a notification about a package and got excited because I thought it was a pencil case for my Artex. Nope, cat food. It's still good because they need cat food. Still less exciting for me. Yeah, I have some stories about deliveries today. Did anyone get the colouring books from Aldi? Yes. They sold them all to one lady. Oh god, that's a scalper, that. I'm pretty sure I read online that it was meant to be one book per person. Clearly, they just didn't care. Hiya Gail, welcome. My store didn't have any. Oh no. To get her books, but I find them intimidating. Shouldn't be allowed. They talk about on Vintage. Someone I saw last night has all 4 books joined together in a bundle. Has put in their description, these retail for $14.99, which is true, but they are clearly all ones from Aldi because 2 of them aren't out yet in that English edition. So she's bought them for £6 and now is selling them for 30. And I'm like, that is disgusting that you're going out to sell these for a profit. She's probably bought loads, or I'm saying she, I don't know. They've probably bought loads and just will keep putting them on until they sell. I hate that. Had someone get 2 for me, Fairy Folklore and Cosmic Spirit. I have to wait until July to actually get them. I'm impatient. Hi Nif, welcome. Lots of people do that with wooden toys too. It's so annoying. You're able to sell and ship 217 Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. Nice. Already seeing someone Vintage, it's not fair. Honestly, I wish there was a way for you to comment and be like, do not buy this, this is a scam. Go to Aldi right now and have a look. Disgusting. Yeah, I wish there was something we could do. Hiya Deborah, welcome. Nice to finally be awake for a live stream, 5 AM in the morning here. Well, good morning to you in the future. Hope you're doing well. We don't have an Aldi, but in Lidl when things are on a sale, there's a limit per person. Yeah. Weren't they taught to share when they were children? Well, weren't they taught good values? Clearly not. They're just... I was having this conversation with KP about people being greedy for greed's sake, and it drives me insane. I could never be someone who sells a colouring book that I paid £10 for more than that. If you self-scan, would it limit you? I don't know. But they should, you know, surely it's a barcode and it should come up with, oh, only 1 per customer, and then someone would have to come over and override it kind of thing. It's giving a person 250 toilet rolls in March 2025s. Yep. Like the Nidos that people bought from a bunch of Targets, sell for a very big price on eBay and the Macari app, price gouging. Yeah, just awful. Similar thing happened in the doll collecting community. New doll selling for 34, bought out by scalpers, 800. Oh, hate. Loathe entirely. I had one of my housemates at uni. He was one of those people that was out to make a quick buck. Oh my god. He would buy shoes like Yeezys and Supreme stuff and then sell it for more than what it's worth, because only a certain amount of like Supreme stuff drop at a time. So if you miss out, then you miss out. So we'd buy it and then sell it for like double the price, and I just, you are so wrong for that. There was a comedy festival at Southampton one year. It was such a shit show. It took place in November. It was freezing cold, raining all day, and the way it worked is that you paid for the entry into this festival, and there was a big tent with like the big comedian acts, and there were 4 time slots during the day, and different comedians were at different ones, but the big one was Russell Howard, and he was at the final slot. It was like 8 or 10 PM, something like that in the evening. And the way to get into that tent is you had to queue up and get a ticket. It was free, but you had to get a ticket in order to get in. We went to the first 2 shows, and then as we came out from the second one, we went to go queue up, get our tickets for the third, because you could only hold 1 ticket at a time or something like that. And all of the third show tickets had gone, so we queued up for the 4th, got the 4th, and a couple of our friends ended up just leaving because they were cold, they were tired, they'd had enough. They weren't too bothered. So this same friend takes these tickets that were free, and I reckon a lot of people would have just arrived just to see Russell Howard in the evening, And so for those people who arrived late, wouldn't have been able to get to see him. It was such a terribly organised event. Like, why sell so many tickets to an event if you can't see everything you want to see? Ridiculous. And he ended up selling it. I don't think it was much. I think it was like 10 quid each or whatever. But he sold it to some people that were desperate for tickets because they arrived too late. And I was just like, why? Just give it for free to someone who needs it. That's what I wanted to do. But no, he took it and ran. The only way we stop it is not buy it, absolutely. Vinted is a blessing and a curse, yeah, definitely. You just got to be careful with it, because sometimes people will sell things for more than what you can buy them new on Amazon or whatever it is. I asked the manager where they were, and it was him that told me a lady had bought them all. But if you got more in, he would make sure they were limited to 4 per person. As in, 4 is in one of each book, or 4 is in 4 per book. Because that's different. I mean, because 4 per book is a bit crazy. There are people selling slightly used things for good prices, and then there's people reselling Team crap for triple prices. Yeah. Makes me really scared because there's a Monster High 2-pack coming out on the 1st of June, and I really want it. Got to beat out the creeps, yep. I despise people selling used Birkenstock shoes and that have already fitted to someone's feet. Oh yeah, no. Not about that. Do you have more than one Aldi? I don't, but I've got ones nearby. That like aren't too far away, sort of like 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I want to go in tomorrow and see if I can get another fairy folklore, because my grandma's taken one. I sort of gave them all, I was like, do any of these interest you? You can have whatever ones you want, they only cost me 2 quid. Because she does like colouring occasionally. And she picked out fairy folklore, she was like, I like this one best. And she kind of put her thumb in a few pages, and I went and showed her the pages that I coloured from the different books. And the Tooth Fairy I did from Fairy Folklore, and she was like, that was one of the pages I love. And I was like, there you go. I've ordered some acrylic markers, the Guangnar Classics on the way from Shein, and a couple of books from Vinted, which are a bargain. Love that. All 4 books listed at the same time when the till came. Alright, yeah. One more instance, I was involved in somewhat distribution event for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Free codes for a shiny legendary Pokemon. Free? People were going to GameStop and getting all these free codes and selling them. Yeah, of course they did. Honestly, 4 of a book per person I'm not mad about, since people might be getting stuff for others. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm biased because I forced someone to buy multiple books to get a copy for me as well. Yeah. Got a comment from Fabiana's as well on my page. Amazing. Your page was gorgeous. She's not wrong, it's the best. Yeah. Honestly, now I'm like reflecting on my flip through, I didn't flag it as a favourite. I think it was probably like my 6th favourite or something like that. I do absolutely adore that page. It's great. And I loved colouring it. She was like, ooh, what did you use for the shiny? And so I showed her. And she tested out some acrylic paint pens, didn't like them, so I gave her the alcohol markers, tested them out. She was like, oh yeah, these are better. She uses like watercolour brush pens, but prefers to use them for like proper, not proper, but like actual freehand watercolour art rather than in books. And I'm like, yeah, it's they're quite juicy, aren't they? Not well suited for colouring books necessarily. Oh, I mean the whole book. Yes, it is. Grandma's better taste than mine. She'd probably take one look at fairy folklore and think it's of the devil or some crap. She started colouring, I think it was one of like a jackalope, I think. She was doing some like fun effects with it. I'm gonna make it look all furry. Felt brave trying Joanna Stone's palette. Yeah, I've got that palette tucked into my Magical Creatures and Mythical Beasts colouring book to think, do I want to use that for that page, for the Selkie page in there? And I think I will for like the sunsetty colour vibe to it, but then change some of the greeny colours for more bluey colours. I think I'm going to be inspired by it, but not necessarily use all the colours from it. Adapt it. Best mythographic, but that's going to be overturned in a month. Yeah, I know. I know for you, absolutely. It still hasn't dropped in price for me. In fact, let me check Blackwell's again. It's still $18.99, which for me it's a bit too much for a mythographic, even though it's one I want. Bit too much. Mythographic. It does make me wonder, like, what deal has Audi done to get all these mythographic books for so cheap? Like, who have they sold their soul to? Like, what favours are they doing to mythographic? Alice in Wonder. Yeah, it's still $18.99 on Blackwell's as well. It'll drop eventually. I think Cosmic Spirit's still my favourite. I didn't get in there near enough. I don't get in there. I don't get in there near often enough. Yeah, I was showing that one to my grandma because she didn't care for that one. She goes, "They look so much nicer with you coloured them," and I was like, "Thank you." I appreciate that. But yeah, I was like, it's quite a detailed one, so often it can look quite overwhelming and confusing uncoloured. But once you start adding colour to the page, it starts to make sense. I was thinking, do I want to keep that? And there's a second copy, but I'm like, no, not really. Don't know if I ever want to get a second copy of a book. Because I bought these with the intention of doing a little giveaway. I think I'm going to do it UK and Europe only though, just because of the shipping prices. I was pricing things out on Royal Mail and Every, and I was like, okay, I could do this. So I thought that would be fun, but I'm going to wait for a month or something, just so that anyone who didn't get the opportunity to get their hands on one can enter the giveaway if they want to. It's going to be in high demand, I think. I wonder if they're seeing a lot of pre-orders so they aren't dropping the price. Could be. It's also not due out in the UK until a bit later. Well, it says 23rd of June on Blackwell's. Graphic Alice. Yeah, 23rd of June it says on there as well. Is it the same for US? I already made a dark pack, literally. Because the UK versions are new. Yeah, they are new, but it's Cosmic Spirit and Romantasy aren't even out yet. Romantasy's out in a few months. Cosmic Spirit's not out in this English version until like October. Hi Adri, welcome, lovely to see you. The Audi Mythographic books are a different publisher. Right, so, hang on. I'm grabbing for comparison. So, I just bought Mythographic Fairy Folklore online, and it is by Pan Macmillan, the same as these. So these are a new English version, retail price £14.99. I got this for about £12, and I did colour my first page in it, and honestly I had a great experience colouring it. I thought the paper felt no different to a previous mythographic book, other than the fact that it feels noticeably thinner. I did have a feel of these papers, and I think the Audi one feels ever so slightly smoother, but I don't know. Then if you compare Romantasy with my Romantasy, you can see by the spine that it is a lot thinner. And honestly, that's the thing I'm most annoyed about. The fact that it's going to look different. All lined up on my shelf, this was going to be so much thinner. But, oh well, c'est la vie. But honestly, feeling the paper of the two Romantasies, don't mind me just feeling the book. Like, the tooth feels very similar. I don't think I'm very good at comparing papers, honestly. And this one was Castle Point Books, the American edition, colour with an O, colour with a UR. But they do feel quite similar, because thin doesn't always mean bad, and in this case it doesn't. I had no minimal bleed over the lines with alcohol markers. Pencils felt great, or like just as they normally do in the lithographic books. So yeah, they like look and feel obviously very different, but in terms of like performance, pretty comparable for me. Just thin. Just thin. So yeah, thin does not always equal bad. Hi Alicia, welcome. Bought second copies only because I busted ruined first copies. Could be Pam wants to build a fan base, yeah. And what I really love, especially about the English editions, is no perforated pages, so you don't have the risk of them falling out. So I kind of like that. But it's weird, like with the Mythographic Alice in Wonderland, there's no English version for it. It seems to only be Fabiana and Veronica Kalinska books at the moment that are being reprinted into English. When Enchanted Relics got released, that was released at the same time an English version as well, or very, very close after, I think. And then they kind of been going back very, very slowly and very randomly. Like they've done Fantasy Forest, and they're doing Cosmic Spirit, but they haven't done Fairy Wonderland, which came out in between those two books. So it seems random. There must be something going on, like they've sought permission from those two artists and not Joseph, or I don't know. Hiya Serena, welcome. Lovely to see you. Thought from the description there were fewer pages, but I don't think so now. No, it's got the exact same. I did flip through in the store just to double check, and everything is all good. In fact, Cosmic Spirit specifically, I think, has better quality printing. There's a couple of pages in my book where the lines are kind of fuzzy. Let me grab my book. And this is much crisper. Yeah, you're not going to be able to tell on camera, but the lines are somewhat fuzzy. Whereas with this one, they're nice and crisp and clean. Maybe if I hold them like that, I think, yeah, I think you can see somewhat how this looks cleaner than the other one. So in that sense, you don't notice the kind of fuzziness of the lines when it's all coloured, but this one looks nicer to look at. It's also a brighter white, ever so slightly. There you are. And there's quite a few pages like that. Some are worse than others. Okay, something just fell down the hole. But yeah, just thinner. Yeah, I'm just keeping those Audi ones safe in a drawer for now. Watch Audi come up next month with the Joseph collection. That would be great. American companies are concerned with quantity, not quality. Have you seen more Fabiana hitting Audi? I think so, yeah. Yeah, it is. Slightly different colours. The Audi one is, the English edition, is brighter. But I don't know how soon this would happen, because, yeah, Romantasy is available for pre-order, the English version, and Cosmic Spirit's available for pre-order. Nothing else is, so far, in terms of like an English edition, is available for pre-order. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the paper, because after I uploaded my flip through, some people commented saying that it was terrible and they'd never buy an English edition again, and that the bleed over the lines was awful, and I was like, oh. But I tried it out and I was like, this feels like one of my older mythographics. Like, I feel very little difference. If there is a difference, it's so minimal that I can't recognise it. But I will say, I think I'm not a very critical person to begin with. I just, like, I did a pencil test yesterday with a Fantasy World, and apart from the ones that I really loved versus the ones I really hated, I can't really quantify how I feel about how something feels on a paper. I'm just like, yeah, this was alright, I like that. Right, it's very rare that I love something so much that I want to use it over anything else. I mean, that's a lie. There's quite often I'll use a pencil in a book and be like, that was amazing, I'm never going to use anything else. Hi Polly and hi Amy, welcome to you both. Yes, on about the Aldi mythographic books. Did you pick up some, Polly? I'm here listening to the conversation since I don't own any of the books, nothing to contribute, but I'm here trying to catch up on my May pages. Lovely stuff. I'm looking forward to your live stream on... when is it? Tomorrow? Sunday. Sunday fun day. Yeah, on Sunday. We can change the subject now. I feel like people might get sick of seeing and hearing about that audiobooks, especially if you're not in the UK. But I was going to say earlier, so I was waiting for my Amazon delivery to arrive with RJ's newest book, and I hear the doorbell go and I run downstairs. I'm so excited. Open the door. Oh crap, it's a guy from a charity. And he was so nice, bless him. Nice guy. And he was like, how are you? How's your day going? And I was like, oh god, I can't just shut the door on your face, because I'm like, one, that's horrible to do, but two, you were being so nice. But luckily, he started off the conversation with like, before we get into anything, are you the homeowner? And I was like, no, I'm not. And then he goes, oh, what's the situation? Do you rent? Do you live with your parents? And I was like, I'm just staying here for a few days, I don't actually live here. And he was like, oh, okay, wrong time. Oh, thanks for chatting. I just lied, saying I don't live here, you better not come back. I'm just not in the mood to chat. I'm sorry. Yes, Amy, I saw that too. Infuriated me. I'm like, please, everyone, please don't get it, please. Of course, couldn't resist at $1.99. Only had one mythographic book before. I think you'd really like them, like the ones that they were selling, because I know a lot of people were getting them because they were their first like mythographics, or they hadn't got many. And I think they're good ones to start off with. I'd always recommend, I think Romantasy is a really approachable mythographic for beginners, because it's a lot less detailed, like a lot, but not in like its simplistic kind of way, it's just less detailed than the others. It's easier to see what's going on in the page before you start. So I think that's a great one for beginners. I think Fairy Folklore's also a good one for beginners. It's got a really nice level of detail. It's detailed, but not overwhelmingly so. Cosmic Spirit, I'd say, is probably the more kind of niche one. It's not going to appeal to everyone. Not everyone's into Zodiac or Tarot. If that's not your thing, it's not going to be a book for you, and that's fair enough. And then Fantasy Forest, I think, is also a nice one to start off with. Really cute pages in there. Some are a little bit detailed, but most are okay. And he comes back next week and you're still there. Yeah, we better not come back. Luckily, he was wearing a bright pink, like, tabard vest thing that said breast cancer on it. He goes, can you guess where I'm from? And I was just like, not a clue. Oh, Nikki, hiya, you're lurking. Picked up the copies of Mythographics. Lovely stuff. Have you ever done the best ones for making skin tones? No, I've never really done videos like that, I'll be honest. I don't have lots of skin tone combinations to share, I'll be honest. I mainly get them from Karen at My Colourful Country Life. I was working through a video on Fantasy World, testing 4 sets of pencils divided in quadrants. Oh, I saw the first quadrant you did, Adri. Looks great so far. Seen so many copies on Vinted for £10 each. Yeah, which usually that would be a great deal, finding a mythographic for... Because in the UK, you can only buy them online, and it is rare to see any for less than £12. Usually, if you get it for less than 15, you've got a good deal. Usually they're around £12 to £15. Originally they're like £17, £18, like the RRP, but they are quite expensive here. Sometimes they will randomly drop. I think occasionally I've seen some for £9, like some older ones. And then some just randomly disappear one day. Mythographic Odyssey. Which I'm still on the hunt for. One day I'll find it, it's fine. But yeah, they're not as readily available here as they are in the US, so having them in Aldi is the first time ever, I think at least, to my knowledge, that they've ever been available in a shop. So just that alone I think is so great for people in the UK to be able to flip through these books and have better access to them. And for £2, you can't refuse. The fact that you can buy all 4 for less money than buying one on Amazon, yes. Amazing. What, PPE sparkle all over again? Yeah. If I disappear because I doze off, physical therapy killed me. Oh, no worries, Kimberlyn. Has anyone ordered the new Mouse Guard colouring book? Yes. Check out Polly. Polly puts colour on. Check out her channel. She's done a flip through. Definitely recommend it. Or recommend watching it. I haven't watched it though. But yeah, if you're from the UK, I recommend going to Polly because she ordered it through a reshipping service. She did a video today on it. Mouse Guard's on the way to Catherine. Nice. A return of skin combos and palette kit. Yes, I've got them all saved, those. Where can you buy the Bits and Bobs Emma Peters book? Nikki, if you go to my video where I did the flip through for them, I linked all of the books in the description. But if you search online Storm's Eye Design, you should be able to find the link. Can you buy this book in the States? Which one are you on about, Butterflies? If you're on about Mouse Guard is only sold in the United States. If you're on about the mythographics, they're all available in the States. Yeah. And if you're on about Bits and Bobs, then you can buy it in the States. Sadly, you can't buy it if you're in Europe. And I did check it out and checked out Emma's frequently asked questions, and it's because of EU shipping laws. She's not allowed to sell as a business unless she's got a representative in the EU, which is so stupid. But yeah. But if you're in America, Canada, or Australia, you can buy them. She's got shipping prices online as well. Oh, the one I'm colouring in now. So this is Sirenes du Monde, if you are interested, by Diane Dufour. If you want to pop that into Amazon. I'm not sure if it's available on Amazon US. I know it's available on Amazon UK, but if not, check out Lyrica, Lireka, because it is a French book, and that's a French selling site, and they offer free shipping to lots of different countries. Sometimes there's like a minimum spend. Wanted Dragonspell went on Amazon, it was €22. Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, hopefully it should drop in price, because they do often will just like randomly drop. Just gotta keep your eye out for a good price drop. Oh, you bought the Myriad Trolls library book. Lovely, Nikki. Hope you enjoy it when it arrives. yeah, I want next month to be a big kind of like new book kind of focus month. I'm trying to get in a lot of my new untouched books, because I'm also planning on doing very few buddy colours next month. I've got a couple planned, other than those, and I've got Kawaii Tarot, which I'll do a couple in as well. And I've got one in the books already with Jennifer. Trying to remember which Jennifer. I think it's Told You With Colours. But yeah, we're going to do one for June. But other than that, I'm keeping it light on the buddies for June. I just fancy a month where I just colour what I feel like. I think it'd be good as well because I would have just done my summer randomizer video. I think I'm going to film that next week. I'm itching to do it, but I've been trying to make myself colour in a few more buddy colours. Not colour in, finish a few more buddy colours. Right, I really love how this water has turned out, and especially the bits which are underwater. It really looks like it's underwater. Very happy with it. It's quite textured, the pencil, but I don't mind. I've got the colour down that I want. Absolutely, Jennifer is lovely. Bought the Emma Peters books in Australia. Can't wait to get my Bits and Bobs books. Nice, Deborah. You got your Disney books from then? Yes, they're great. Lyrica's $200 minimum. Whew. Yeah. I mean, is there a way to buy from Lyrica where you do pay for shipping? Surely there is. And how much is that? Because sometimes it's like the minimum spend isn't worth it, whereas in the UK the minimum spend is £15, so it's quite easy to get to £15 on that. It's $50 to ship to the States. Yeah, that's a lot more realistic. $5 more on Amazon US than it is on Lyrica, but it's a French book, so that probably explains why. Yeah, that does. To buy Maria Troll library book through iMusic. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, you got your first RJ Hampson book come tomorrow, which is my 8th book this week. Nice, Leah. You said Jennifer, my head just meerkatted. Yeah, not you, Jennifer, sorry. I need to double check that I've got the right Jennifer in my head. Jennifer, search my messages. Da, 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 da. Yes, it is Told You Would. I had a feeling it was, but I was like, I just need to double check. Which one would I recommend? Faber-Castell Albert Dürer or Derwent Inktense? I watched a bunch of videos, but I can't decide. I think they're very different. Like Inktense are such a unique pencil that I would recommend them to anyone who colours. So I'd probably pick that. But it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a more kind of watercolory, like softer effect but still bright, like Albert Dürer's, but if you're wanting something more strong and intense, Inktense, as the name goes. But for me, I recommend buying Inktense open stock and just building your collection slowly. I'm just finding my swatch sheet here. These are all of the colours I have, and I'm happy with this. I've got 67 and I don't want to buy any more. So this is the colour chart from Colour with Claire, and the way I filled this out was I found some completed swatch charts online and had a look and be like, okay, I like this colour, I like that colour. Then when I was adding it to here, I was trying to make sure that I got the lightest and the darkest of each. Some of them I've completely filled out because I really like the blues, I like the greens and whatnot. But some colours are very similar to each other. I think Cherry looked quite similar. This Sugar Plum I think looked quite similar to Thistle, so I just didn't bother getting those that were super similar. And now I've got a collection that I'm really happy with the colour range, and just kind of built it up sort of 10 at a time. I started off with the 12 set. My grandma actually got me the 12 set years before I started colouring. I'd never used them, and I got into colouring and I was like, I feel like I've got these, and I did. Amazon is $35 minimum for me. Oh, yeah. Like really, I'm looking at Lyrica. It's a £15 minimum order, $15 minimum order for free shipping to the US. Oh, there you go. Cool idea. Got quite a few new books, would be nice to touch them all. Yeah. Hi Dana, welcome in. I am going to pop you guys on the Be Back Soon screen for just 1 minute because I really need a wee. I went just before I started, but I need one again. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Right. What have I missed? Yeah, I said hello to Dana, welcome in. You've got the full polychroma sets, which is why I'm thinking maybe Abertura is better. Yeah, if you're familiar with the colours, you know you like the colours and they're good. I haven't given Aberturas the love they deserve. And I was saying this the other day, in fact it was yesterday, to Amanda, Colour Me Tartan, and I was saying how I need to use them more. I just don't use them enough, whereas I still reach for my Inktense and now Neocolours. But it's all personal preference. I think the Aberturas have the more, like if you're looking for buying a whole set, they have the more cohesive, usable colour scheme compared to the Inktense. The Inktense does have quite a few gaps. It doesn't have any peachy colours, it doesn't have any like skin tones or anything like that. It's really lacking in pinks. Like it's only really got 2 pinks. There's other colours it lacks in, but yeah. Whereas the Aberturas definitely has a more cohesive set. I'll add a few to my 36 set. Where do you buy your singles from? I check on Cult Pens and Cassart, and often there's a sale on one or the other. I wait for sales and then I'll buy a few. Compared to regular watercolour paint, what's the drying time like? Depends how much water you use. I tend to not use much water when I use Aberturas or Inktense, so drying time doesn't take that long. But it's the water that takes long to dry rather than the medium itself. So obviously if you use more water, it takes longer to dry. Same with watercolours. Nicky's got a serious book buying addiction. Yeah, same. Got to do with custom laws in Colombia. If I'm looking at, says €70 order is needed to ship to Latin America, which is about $83. No worries, Polly. Hi, yeah, welcome. You just completed your Inktense collection. Lovely stuff. The drying time is rather quick, and once pigment is laid down, you cannot reactivate with water. Yes, so Aberturas you can move around a little bit after it's dried, whereas Inktense stays pretty much put. Now, there's this belief that once you apply Inktense, you cannot reactivate. Yes, that's true once it's fully dried, but if you've put down a thicker layer of the Inktense and you don't fully activate all the pigment, even though it looks like you have because you put the water over it, but sometimes there's still bits of pigment that haven't fully been activated, then you can move it around it a little bit after it's dried. So there is some leeway in a way. Ordered it Monday, about the 20th of April I think. Got my copy on Monday just gone. Did pay extra for faster shipping. So just under a month then. Lyrica says this: outside France and Belgium, including overseas territories, delivery is completely free as we cover transport and customs clearance. Yes, because with Lyrica they incorporate the cost of delivery into their prices. Like, books on Lyrica for me in the UK is cheaper than for you in the US, even though it's the same book. Because I think the colour by numbers, if I'm right, in US dollars are like 25 something. Like, it's, and even if you convert it, it's a lot more than what it is for me. I prefer the kind you can reactivate in order to fix any mistakes. Yeah, definitely the Abradurers then. They're more forgiving. Love my Abradurers, love use them so much. Yeah, and I think another good thing about Abradurers is that you can work dry and wet with them, so they're kind of like a multi-use medium, whereas Inktense I do not recommend using dry because they're too, like, the pigment of the pencil is too, like, thick, if that makes sense, and they are like proper magic. You apply it down and it looks disgusting, and then you activate and you're like, oh, it's come to life, it's amazing. Inktense skin tones are just watered down browns for me, lol. I've just never used them for skin tones, to be honest. Colourless blender pens instead. Yes, I often use an alcohol marker blender. Hi Ali, welcome. I suggest order a couple from each brand, open stock, and try them both out. Definitely recommend that. Hi, bye Polly, take care, have a lovely rest of your weekend. Where is best to buy them? Where are you based? Butterflies. Difficult choices because I don't want to buy them both. I started off with Inktense, and I'm glad I did, and I think I would still choose to start with Inktense. And then I was really wanting some watercolour pencils, and I decided to treat myself to Abradurers because I got a bonus from YouTube, so that was my treat to myself. I've got the nice fancy wooden case, which is very unlike me, but yeah, treat yourself. Right, I'm going to do the background now, which is going to take a bit of, not concentration, but yeah, concentration. Let's be honest. You're in the States, so I can't necessarily tell you where the best place to buy them. US people, feel free to chime in. Where do you buy your open stock supplies? Oh, it's something I'm trying to think of and I can't think of what it is. Dick Blick, I think, is a common place to buy open stock supplies. There we go, Blick. Is it yourself I heard from being from Wiltshire? Might be completely off. You are completely correct. I am born and raised in Wiltshire. I will treat myself. My birthday's in 3 days, so I'll get myself a birthday gift. Perfect birthday gift, Pauline. Blick, yeah. Recommendations for Blick there. Right, so for this background, I'm doing this blend here, which is pink to like a light creamy yellow. Oh, are you also in Wiltshire? I'm always so excited to meet a fellow Wiltshire because I feel like so few people. It feels like so few people in the online celebrity world are from this side of the country. Staedtler Lumograph Aquarelle are my newest and favourite watercolour pencil, but only have a 24. You started with Abradurers and I've just gotten the Inktense. Haven't used them yet, bit apprehensive, but it's all learning in the end. I'll give them a go soon. My recommendation for Inktense is work really light, because if you apply too much of the pencil then it goes all weird. You're the only person in the colouring community that I've heard is from Wiltshire. There's one other, Zoe's Colourful Creations. She's in Swindon. So, yeah. Part of the minority too. Okay, so you understand the excitement when you're like watching a quiz show and someone says they're from Wiltshire or even from Somerset or Dorset. I'm like, yeah! Get so excited. Right, I'm committed now. 24 Inktense and learning it on a Kirby page. Kirby is brilliant for Inktense. I think he's one of the best books / illustrators to use Inktense to like their fullest ability on. I use Alien Worlds. That is my challenge book for myself, where I'm just using Inktense on the page and glitter gel pens. But yeah, I'm just using Inktense because his lines, like hatching lines, shading lines that he puts in, make it make the Inktense really shine. Well, not shine, but they like, you don't have to put too much effort into putting the shading in. It looks like refined and finished even with just the Inktense. And you can do sort of blending with Inktense as well. But I really recommend any Kirby book to practice your Inktense use. It also helps the fact that his paper is really good and takes it very well. As long as you don't overwork it, which I have done in the past. Okay, I'm very happy with how that little section there has turned out. Yes, I can show a few pages from Alien Worlds. Oh, creak. And the good thing about the this is that I've got a page which is in progress and I haven't activated the Inktense, so you can see that. Dorset resident? We have definitely talked about that before, but yeah, I used to live in Dorset. My grandma lives in Dorset. Meeting Teresa Goodridge, which I'm excited about. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Nikki. You'll have a lovely time. Thanks for the tip. It sounds similar to the Neos. First I was too heavy-handed, now I use light pressure and get a lot better results. Yeah, it's... because if you're too heavy-handed with it, if you put too much pigment on the page, you need more water to like activate it. Otherwise it goes quite shiny in a way. It is a learning curve. Love Inktense and mouse guards, so if little effort needed, absolutely, yeah, with the dark line work. So yeah, this was the first one I did, and yeah, because of the shading lines he puts in this book I've been using 2 or 3 colours in a combination, starting with the darkest colour where the lines are, then coming up to the lightest where there's no lines for shading, and then glitter gel pen accents on top. Then I did this one. The background's black acrylic paint, but all of the colour, it's not looking quite accurate because of the black. It's kind of making this look a lot paler than it is. But yeah, all the asteroids were done with Inktense. Yeah, everything just Inktense. South Dorset, nice. That's where I used to live. Right on the coast, in the middle of nowhere. I lived in a village. The closest town was Wareham. But yeah, another Dorset person. Woo woo. And then I did this one. And then this is what it looks like without it being activated. This doesn't look too bad, but you can see the greens look a lot more muted here, whereas they turn out super bright and vibrant once activated. Like everything just brightens and becomes more intense when you activate. Yeah, so vibrant. And you can see with the line work, all these lines, and it means that using the Inktense, you don't have to try that hard. You really don't. Yeah, it is a big difference. Like, they are, I think, the most magic supply in terms of, you put it down and you're like, you activate and you're like, wow. Yeah, need to come back to that one day. Maybe next month when I've got some more free time. With fewer buddies. Oh, there's my little swatch sheet of the colour combo I've used for colour combos I've used for the Lost Paradise. That's the way I'm going to do that book, is keep each planet a set colour scheme and then change up the colour schemes for the different planets. So I wanted to start somewhat easy and use greens, but like bright green. So like Earth, but make it alien and make it crazy, and like bright yellows, bright pinks and teals. You're not far from where... can't speak. You're not far from Wareham. You're in Bournemouth. Nice. I've been to Bournemouth many times. Because yes, although Wareham was our closest town, Poole was where we went every weekend to go shopping and do our food shop and whatnot. So half an hour's drive to go shopping. I didn't like it. Swatch them and wet half the area. You will be amazed, literally. Aperture singles in the UK are cheaper at the coloured pencil shop, I think. Yeah, definitely shop around. If you search, say, Albert Durer's open stock, often in the shopping tab on Google, you can compare different prices and whatnot. Right, I'm coming back to this. So we're going into focus mode, especially because it's a much larger area. I wish there was something breaking it up here. Ooh, I could add a sun. Do I add a sun? But would it look weird it being up here? I think it might. I could add clouds. Or I could just commit. I'm just going to commit and work fast. So if I don't look up for a while. Best friend lives in Bridport. Your cousin lives in Bridport. See, small world. Right. Let's go, let's go. I will say this paper is not the best for big alcohol marker backgrounds like this. It's extremely thirsty paper. But because I'm going quite light, it should be okay. Because I've already done the pencils, I can kind of just scribble over the top and it will look fine. Yeah, you just gotta work quick. Did much better job over there where it was a much smaller area, but alas, it is what it is. Stop over there, don't have to worry about that bit now. Just focus on this large area. Honestly, every time I do a large alcohol marker background like this, I regret it every time. In this, using this paper, this is the Art Therapy paper, it's not good for alcohol markers, it really isn't. But I still try. It's okay for basing, it's good for basing. Oh my gosh, my hand's hurting. My hand is aching. Right, I've done the biggest area now, which is good. Good thing about skies is that it doesn't have to be perfect. If it looks a bit patchy, then you're okay. Like if you've got some lines going on, then that's fine. Yeah, sorry, I'm not looking up at chat for the minute. Trying to keep it even with what I got going on over there. This, oh! I've just got black smudged into there. Oh no. Oh dear. Black smudges in the sky. Then the yellow for the bottom. Right, almost there, the kind of stressful part. It's looking alright though. I'm quite happy, apart from this big old blacky smudge. see if I can fix that. I don't know how I will, but we'll see. There we go. Right, check the chat now. One thing I want to go with ink tints, which are too similar to my polychromos now. I want something new. Yeah, I think that's a good shout, Pauline. Or Pauline is what you said. And the ink tints are very, very different and will feel like a nice new supply. Clouds, snap, we keep doing this. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to draw in some clouds. But it helps do a light colouring in pencil burst, sound of speed. Alchemaga stress me out. Definitely clouds then for the black smudge. Yeah. I want to see if I can... Yeah, nope, did nothing. You can barely see it on camera, but it's very noticeable in real life. It's not smudges, it's feathers in the wind. Yes, let's call it that. I mean, it's a colouring page. Colouring pages aren't perfect. As much as we try and make them, they're never going to be perfection. It's not. It's a coloured image, not a piece of fine art or a photograph. As much as we try our best, it just isn't. I kind of accept imperfections within colouring. It's like, if I receive a book and the corner's slightly bent, I ain't bothered. I know some people like them to be pristine, but I know I'm a messy colourist and it will get ruined. And so what's the point? What's the point if it comes a little bit bent or a little bit skew-whiffed? Because it can happen to any book at any time. You put a massive crease in it. And yes, it breaks my heart, but it's life. I say a messy book is a loved book. No fully loved thing is going to be pristine. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Just do some little touch-ups here and there. The colour being so light makes the blends and the transitions a lot easier than if it was a more kind of like mid-tone shade or a darker shade. It's like more forgiving, that's the word I'm looking for. There we are. Lovely stuff. Okay with a little bit of a bent corner, just not water damage and empty packages. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, if my whole book was warped on arrival, I wouldn't be happy with that. And especially when you know that's a little dented corner, whatever. Acrylic marker rescue, give it a necklace that's floating in the air. E2, I don't care about imperfections. Yeah. Right, I will hold it up so you can see. Yeah, if I hold it. You see the smudginess. I think if I do a bit of gel pen, page looks amazing, smudges and all. Thank you, Deborah. I'll give it some wispy lines. I don't know what I'm doing. Giving it wisps. It's a windy page. It's not a smudge, it's wind. Don't take that out of context. Right, I'll have my white paint pen highlights. I was watching Amanda 88. Her twins colouring book from Japan, the Forest Diary with Little Twins book. Hers came really damaged, like it was kind of warped in the center. They packaged that book terribly. And I was at Zoe's on Sunday and she showed me hers, and hers had a rip in the corner, and I was like, it's only the dust, like I could rip that myself, sort of thing. But Amanda, she worked in it, and she said it was almost good in a way because she wasn't precious about the book, and I thought that was a really interesting comment. Like, if it comes damaged, like, just see how it goes, do what you got to do, or not do what you got to do, like, see how the page turns out, and you don't feel so scared because it's not pristine and perfect when it first arrives. So she just got stuck straight into it, and I thought that was a great attitude to have. Because the trouble is, like with books from Amazon Japan, often it's more effort than it's worth to return them. Like, it can be quite a sort of like financial loss to you. Talk about oopsies. I found that going over Artdura pencils with a Spectrum Noir glitter pen activates them. That was a whoops. Oh yeah. It would probably be okay if you like dabbed it on, like rather than brushed it on, like just kind of dabbed it on. That would be okay. But yeah, because water, it's kind of like one of those things that when it happens you're like, well, of course it does that, but you don't think about it at the time. Actually, as much as you handle your books, I'm amazed at how good they look. Some are better than others. Kawaii Taro and Lost and Found I think are definitely the worst for how they look. But other than that, it's okay. Has anyone heard any updates on the new 20 Polychromos release? They are available for pre-order on a Dutch website. I tried to pre-order them, but I was not allowed. They don't ship to the UK, and I thought, why? How and why can you ship to Australia but not to the UK? I mean, there's reasons for everything, but yeah. Just creating movement on the page, that's all exactly. You're not just handling them when you colour, you do randomise them, we ask you for flip-throughs or to show something like you just did for Alien Worlds. In a book that I've ever seen look down on the cover is Kawaii Taro, and that's because it's trash, even though we love it. Yes. Do you use Artistro white gel pens? I've just used up a white paint pen and need to find a good replacement. These are Artistro paint pens, the extra fine tip, and I love them. Ever since I got these, I've never used anything else. They do sometimes go a bit watery or a bit clogged up. I just find a bit of scrap paper, pump it, you can kind of like sort of move the tip around so it becomes more juicy. And I have the exact same brand for the black paint pens that I use for colour by numbers. Yeah, I always just have a bit of scrap paper nearby that I can pump it on. But these, I recently ordered a new 6-pack and it lasted me a year. And I use them a lot, and I do use them to completion, like this one here, you can see no ink left. It's harder to see with the white ones that there's no ink left, whereas the black one, easier. There's a little bit left in there, but yeah, I can use it all up, which is nice. It's always good to know that you use a whole thing up, because often one of my biggest gripes with gel pens is that you can see they've still got ink left in them, but they just will not work anymore. And that's what pisses me off. Like the thought that I'm wasting product. Don't like wasting product. Yeah, customs, EU, shipping laws, something probably to do with Brexit, I don't know. Right, those are my other favourites now. Pandafly, nice. Bummer they don't ship to the UK. I mean, I know they'll show up on a UK site soon enough. Faber-Castell products tend to, but it's still early days. It's said on that website estimated shipping August/September, so I imagine it will probably be September. Yeah, I don't ever use white gel pens anymore, because I find with colouring books and using them on waxy pages or waxy pencil, because all pencil is waxy even if it's not a wax-based pencil, I find they often got clogged up and I could barely use them, like actually get them to flow, whereas with a paint pen I find they flow a lot better. yeah, they're all I use now. Did try Posca. Don't get the Hyper Posca. I don't think they're what they're hyped up to be. Don't even think they're hyped very much anymore. Panfly are great. Another thing I'll buy because of you. I mean, I'm always hesitant to say, oh, buy these, because what one person finds works, another may not, or you may get a bad batch or whatever, but yeah, I've used these. I think I've bought 2 packs of the white, and I'm now on my 3rd. But yeah, it takes about a year. Posca are rubbish, and the fact that you can't see how much ink is left, so you don't know if it's just the pen being clogged up or if it is actually run out of ink. And that's what I don't like about a lot of things, the fact that you don't know if it's actually run out or if it's just been rubbish. I did used to like using the Uniball Signo gel pen, the white one. But yeah, it would often like still have ink left in the pen but not actually work, and that just pissed me off, so stop using them. I think I need some glitter gel pen to go on the dots that we got going up here. Is it the 0.7mm nib? Yes, 0.7mm. Extra fine water-based ink. And it's got the plasticky tip, so you can take it out and rinse it underwater if need be, but I find I've never had to do that. I just give it a few pumps on a separate sheet of paper. Yeah, I was quite pleased to see that the last time I purchased these was a year ago, when I bought some other ones, and they often go on like sale for cheaper as well. So fantastic, thank you. I really love this page. And Liz, my buddy, she finished hers just after I finished my stream last week. And hers is so bright and vibrant and awesome, like as are complete opposites. She went kind of rainbowy with her page, which looks amazing. I wanted to go nice and springy. It's fun doing mermaids, but with like a spring vibe to them. I feel like we don't have enough spring mermaidy pages. And we even talked about doing a page in here in autumn, but using an autumn colour palette and seeing how that goes, because Liz suggested doing a page per season in here. And I was like, oh yeah, that's great. There's a couple of spring ones, lots of summer ones, a load of fun wintry ones, but there's 0 autumn ones. And I know this because I'm pretty sure this got randomised once for autumn, and I couldn't find anything. Ooh, didn't like that. Just adding some more swirly bits to the sky to make these bits look more in place. There we go, that'll do. Right, I need some glitter. Let's grab my swatch book. I think Posca were really hyped when they were the only paints available. Now, yeah, because they were the kind of the only ones on the market for ages, and then suddenly there was this explosion with Artex, Artistro, what are the other, Thule Arts, like loads of other different ones. Right, let's have a look here. I think in 23 looks like a good match to do for these pink, or for these dots in the sky. 23. I am loving these language. Recommend these to anyone. The 72 set has got every colour you could want. I think they are a really good product. They're nice and shiny, super juicy. I like how the nib's quite thick because it means that the ink flows quite well. Like it's a 1mm nib, I think. Yeah, I like this. Go over all these dots. I think I'll do the centres of each of these little cherry blossom flowers with the glitter as well, because why not? Should I do glitter for the water? Often I like outlining the lines with a glitter gel pen, like a matching colour. Glitter in water, yay or nay? Or should I just keep the glitter to the dots up here? I might add some to their scales on their body. I think that'll look nice. Yay! Disclaimer, keep it away from your cats unless you fancy some glittery paw prints on your page. Yeah, whenever I finish using them, these do take a long time to dry, and be aware of that. Longer than the other glitter gel pens I have. So I always put it out of reach, at least overnight, to dry. But, Lexi's pretty good actually. She knows where to walk and where not to walk. She very rarely comes across the desk, like, completely, or she never sits on my colouring. If she does, it's like very, very unusual. She likes sitting on my lap. But, and yeah, she goes on the bed next to me. She'll walk around everything, but not on anything. She's pretty good. Got another yay, glitter in water, yay, 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 yay. I would be afraid that the glitter would take the focus away from the part that is underwater. I like how we can see through it. It would just be like on the ripples. It would be quite subtle as well. I'd pick a matching colour. Maybe even one of these light blues. Because I feel like I've never... Oh, that 4 is really nice and sparkly. Yeah, it wouldn't... I don't think it would be... Or at least I hope it wouldn't be overpowering. Yeah, I'm going over the lines on these scales here. Just to give them a little something. These are my favourite of the mandala books too. They are great. And I think what I love most about them is the wide colour range. So many times with the Chromatex, which is what I had before, I'd be like, oh, I want a blue, but oh, that's the lightest blue I have. I want a pink, that's the lightest bit. No light purple. I was missing my lights. Perfect for the yellows to oranges to reds. But anything else? Yeah, like greens. There was no like olivey green, whereas with the Langos, we have it all. Like, these are like purples and pinks, beautiful, like blues, sagey greens, so cool, and some nice browns as well. Just perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I'm just going over the lines on the scales with the glitter. I might even put it in the fins as well. Just some random lines. I'm trying to be careful not to put my hand in bits I've already done. I'm trying to go systematically around the page. Trying. See how it looks. All the pink before adding the blue, and then make a decision. Loving it. I feel like every mermaid page needs some glitter on it. It's just a rule. I don't make the rules. Are they all in the same set? Yes, so they come in a box like this with 4 of these trays. That's quite handy. It doesn't really have a lid, it has like a cardboard sleeve. That's somewhere in my room right now. I don't know where it's gone. Love it, love it. Use them all the time to finish off a page. Yeah, they're great for those just nice, easy, quick finishing touches. I used them to finish off the Fantasy World page yesterday. And it had quite a unique colour palette of coral, a light peachy pink and a teal. And I was able to find matching colours for each, which definitely wouldn't have been able to do with the Chromatex, especially not the coral colour. It's hard to find in pencils, let alone in extra mediums as well. Right. Have I done them all? Not yet. I feel like there's always something I miss. Oh, I see one over there. There. There we go. Yeah, I think a little bit of glitter in the water. Why not? And I'm going to go for that 4. It's more bluey than the kind of teal colour that I've got going on here, but I think the other teals are too dark. I think they would be too in your face. Oh, your book outlet order is due within an hour. Woohoo! What have you got? Chatting away like usual, but my hands hurt today. No worries, Nessa, thank you for being here. Right, I'm going to rotate this round so that I don't put my hands in hopefully anything else. Right, let's do a little... Oh yeah, that's nice, I like that. Listen away. Right now I'm working on the mermaid on Fairy Tale Worlds and I'm putting glitter on the water and her tail. Perfect. I'm going to show you the Fantasy World page I did. Where have it gone? There it is. Because I finished it, and now I really want to do the opposite page. I thought for a pencil test I would do one of the small victory pages, and this is the one I like the least. I actually really enjoyed colouring it. So that was Polychromos. My favourite was that one, Brute Thinner Squares. That was Stellar Design Journey. They weren't great, but they're not the best pencil to begin with. That was Chromaflows. They were alright. Black Widows was also very good. You can see some of the glitter gel pen. The pearl has Gansai Tambi opal colours on it. Then this was Prismacolor. This was not great. Artex weren't fantastic either. Inktense worked really well. That was just one layer of Inktense. And then that was Albert Durers. I don't think I did the best job of applying the Albert Durers, but for a base I think they'd be really good. But yeah, the Brute Thinner Squares and Black Widows were my favourite, followed by the Polychromos and Chromaflows and Inktense, and then I did not like Artex, Prismacolor or Stellar Design Journey. But now I've done this, I want to colour this mermaid baby mother page with the same colour palette. I think it would look really cool with the corals, the pinks and the teal colours. I'd probably use my favourites, the Brute Thinner Squares, on that, and I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I just don't know if I'll get a chance to do that this month, but maybe next month. Worlds Within Worlds, Kirby, by Kirby, the Mythographic Wild Summer and Melpomene Nature Mandalas. Ooh, all great books. Is it my imagination, or are there more cat people than dog people in the colouring community? It's not your imagination. Yeah, I have a theory on why, and I feel like I've heard someone else say this as well. And of course this is not a universal theory, because there are obviously plenty of dog people in the colouring community, but cats, I think, inherently are cosier in vibes. Run with me with this. And colouring is such a cosy hobby, and often pages are cosy themed. So because of that, there's more cats that feature on pages and more cat people in the colouring community. Of course, not a universal claim, but I think that's a good kind of explanation as to why there seems to be more cats in pages and more cat-themed cat people in the colouring community. I don't know if you guys agree with that. I bet the dog people are like, I like cosy things and I like dogs too, which is, as I said, not a universal theory, but just like, I think it helps explain things. And especially for the fact of like cats being featured in more pages. As a cat person, I think there needs to be a wider representation of dogs in colouring books. And I don't understand why, because there's so much more variety with dogs. Like, you've got so many different dog breeds, whereas cats, like, yeah, there's a few different breeds, but majority of them, they look the same. I think they might be easier for artists to draw, just a cute little cat in the corner. I have a theory it could be bunnies. Ooh, Nessa's got 3 keys left to colour, and you've got a fun idea for a background. Love that. Love dogs, but cats are easier to colour. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I'm more used to colouring cats, so I can't really judge the dogs because I haven't been given the opportunity to colour them as much. I do like it when artists do include a dog on a page every now and then, because they do deserve more love. Dogs are just complicated. Love both. Currently have 3 dogs and no cats, but I love both. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people who are just animal people. Don't necessarily have a preference of one over the other. My Bruno only asks that I feed him, take him potty and cuddle with him. Team dog, my dog is named Pumpkin. Me, obviously. Right, I need to do a poll now. I feel like we've got all the dog people in the chat today, and I've definitely done this before. I will do a team both. Are you team dog? Ooh. And if you are team both but you lean more towards one, go for the one. Team cat, team dog, team both. Birds, dogs, cats, bunnies, guinea pigs and more. I just like all the animals. Oh, Pumpkin is such a cute name for a dog. More of a dog person, wasn't allowed cats as your dad is really allergic. Yeah, my mum's allergic to dogs, so struggles with them. My mum is very much not a dog person, and to be honest, nor am I. But I'm getting more used to them. Being a carer and having clients with dogs is definitely getting me a lot more used to dogs, which is good. But I still don't think I would ever own one. Most of the time cats require less work. That's what I love about a cat. I don't want to have to worry about walking it. As someone who does not like walks, I would not get a dog because of it. I want to be all so bad. My dad lives with us now and he doesn't like dogs. Really struggled with learning to live with a dog. Ooh, team dog representing in the chat today. Interesting, because I'd definitely say Or it seems like in the colouring community there are more cat people in general. But not today. Which is interesting. Because I'd say in life there's definitely more team dog. Voted both, but more of a dog person. Cats bother my asthma more. Something I actually liked about having a dog, it helped me get out more and some exercise. Yeah, fair enough. Love both, but lean more to team dog. Dog Phoenix is my assistant dog, and I wouldn't be able to function properly without him. Aw, love that. Like cats, but don't want to clean their litter box. I don't want to have to let a dog outside every time he needs a pee. I don't understand why dogs are the ones that are like trained more, yet why don't more use litter? I know some do, but it's a very small minority. If I had a dog, I'd train it to use a litter box. But I also wouldn't have a dog. I was saying this the other day, I was like, I think the biggest deal breaker for dogs for me is the smell. I cannot stand wet dog smell. I just... And that, for me, is the deal breaker. Right, that is this page all done. Poorly doggies are still not right. Oh, tired after nursing him 2 nights. Wow, let's hope he keeps going on the up. Team cat here. You've got 4. I think cat people don't like going outside. I could definitely vouch for that, Gail. And hiya, welcome in. Way easier to let a dog outside to pee than scoop the litter box, especially if you have a fenced yard. I mean, I just hate the thought of it peeing. I mean, like, of not being... I just like to not have to worry about those things. My dog doesn't smell. He goes to the groomer more than I go to the hairdresser. Fair enough. Right. Give you a little close-up. Show the glitter. Oh yeah, that's nice. If I do say so myself, you can see it in the water there. I like how he chose a light colour for the glitter in the water, just so that it's nice and subtle. Oh, yeah, there you go, you can see it there. Pretty pretty. And there's some on their tails and on their scales. So there we go. That's a page done for today. In fact, that's the second page I've done today. Cat peeing outside of a litter box is no fun. My cat's done it once. She peed in my bedroom once, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, because she could have left. She just decided to pee, and it's the only time she's ever done that. It was weird. But yeah, gonna leave this on the side to dry overnight. Not touching it. And I'm gonna grab this little chestnut. I'm gonna put these pens away first. Got Tiny Tales, Volume 3, and I am doing this page. And I did have a look through earlier at my colour palettes that I have printed out, and I've got stored in a little cute tin, perfect size for it. I feel like you can find these shaped tins in a lot of gift shops, or like a garden centre or something. But yeah, perfect size for printing 9 things to a page. Cat misses out on the level of ill. Yeah. Always outside running about. and in the sea, so can't stop my dog smell. Yeah, no. Honestly, I don't notice the wet dog smell with my corgi. Not sure if I'm just used to it or the fur is just different. I can't comment. Oh, that's where this went. I was looking for this earlier. It was in my drawer. Because I wanted to be able to tick some of these things off. Started that. Because this was actually last week's list, but I've kind of rolled it over to this week. As you can see, I still haven't finished a lot of them. So yeah, I've got Crystal Colouring, Lost and Found, Story of Precious Cats, and A Million Mermaids and this Midnight Masquerade that I want to do this week. And then these are ones I want to start/work on. Yeah, I've done more than this that's on the list, but it just gives me a more narrowed down list to look at. Anyway, back to this. Smell of cat urine is awful. I'd rather scoop poop in a bag for a dog. I mean, it's all just what you're used to, isn't it? I mean, Lexi's poop smells bad, but the piss, not so much. At least not with the litter that we have. Yeah, so I picked out this colour palette. I did really love RJ Hampson's coloured version of this. And what I really liked is how he blended like a peachy pink in with the grey. Right, let me zoom in a touch. By a touch I mean quite a bit. There we go. And he did these like a muted green, like green ironwork, and I really liked that. And so basically I saw his coloured version and thought, okay, I'm not going to follow it as a colour along as I'm colouring it on stream. I know, I'll just be inspired by his colour choices. So he mainly used pink, yellow, purple and green. So I was kind of looking for palettes that involved that, and I came up with this one. I think I might switch this pinky tone purple for a more violet tone purple, like, sorry, for a more bluey tone purple. But I liked everything else. So I'll see what I can find amongst my alcohol markers. Need a bit of paper though first. Hiya Auntie! Auntie Chris, welcome in. Yeah, going out in the rain and the snow to walk a dog is a no-no. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And whenever I see people walking their dogs like in the dark as well, oh, I just feel for them. And I also think, could never be me. Right, let's find some alcohol markers. So I'm gonna be inspired by RJ and do a bit of blending with the alcohol markers and then add some pencil on top. I don't know if I will get to the pencil today, in fact I probably won't, but I think I'll finish that off in my own time. Oh, I don't know, I might finish it off Sunday. We'll see, we'll see. Because I am planning on streaming on Sunday. Right, where's my swatch chart? I know it says somewhere because I was using it earlier. There it is. Oh, I think I ran over it with my chair. I'm such a mess. Yeah, I'm not going to go exactly this colour palette, but be inspired. Yeah, I want a warm grey for the elephants and like a peachy colour. Let's go warm grey 050. And for the peachy colour, I think EO20 will be good. There we go. And then as for these colours, I like G9 for this like ironwork. I might get another green for the leaves. Maybe GY1. Don't know. Just that. GY1. What was the other one? G9, did I say? G9, and then a bit of G5 for the shadows. Then for GY1, let's grab GY2. I think these are kind of running out though. Might need to grab my newer versions of those. Hiya Kate. I don't think I said hi to Kate, but hiya Kate. Then I want a pink. What pink do I think? Pink do I think? Think about the pink. Let's go yellows first. I'm thinking Y030 and Y050. There we go. And pink. R9, R23. Let's go for that. There we go. Don't know if I want to bring in this peach orange. I think not. And yeah, the purple I want to be more these kind of purples. See, I love VO30. I don't really have a darker shade that's... I've got P4 but it's a lot darker, so I tend to just do an additional coat of VO30. Probably do the same. Right. Ooh. Gotta say, all of these markers next to each other, it's like a nice little rainbow I've got going on there. Very, very aesthetic. Love it. Oh, what curry did I end up having? It was a butter chicken that I made. Very, very tasty. Was going to be done in the slow cooker, but Mum forgot to defrost the chicken. She goes, Jess, I forgot to defrost the chicken. And I was like, it's fine. I'll make curry on the hob instead. Oh, meant to do the other one first. Oh well. Yeah, butter chicken is my absolute favourite. It would be all we have if it was up to me. Sorry for all of the clicking whilst I swatch these out. Oh yeah, that's pretty dry. GY1. No, I don't think it's going to last me. GY2 is fine. I'm going to get a replacement GY1. G49. And then got these extra colours. Green is nice. Like it. Love that rainbow, it looks tasty, literally. What is butter chicken? Don't worry, I'll Google. I mean, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's mild. It's a mild curry, and I love it. It's my favourite. Right, I will just quickly write down what I've used here. 23 plus 9. GY2 plus GY1. G6 plus G9. WG 050 and EO20. Perfect. So there we go. It's my colour palette. Vaguely inspired by this. and vaguely inspired by RJ Hampson's coloured version. So I think I will start with where he started, which was with the elephants themselves. And he added a lot of pink. He added some to its cheeks, some to the trunks, like the knees. The tip of the trunk. I was going to follow his colour along, but I was like, well, as I'm colouring it on a live, maybe not. And I've got another page I've got planned to potentially follow with the colour along this month. So I will do that instead. Butter chicken is similar to chicken korma. Yeah, it's I think the biggest difference is chicken korma is coconut based, whereas butter chicken isn't. I do like a korma, but I find butter chicken has just that little bit more flavour for me. Because I used to be a korma girl when I was little. I have always not been a spice fan. Even now I'd rather not spice. I can handle it a little bit, but I just think I'd rather food not be spicy than to be spicy. Spice for spice's sake, I'm just like, I don't get it. Why do you want a burning sensation in your mouth? I don't get it. Why do you want to feel uncomfortable whilst you're eating? I don't get it. Right, on to her. Obviously pink ears. You love a korma. I still would always choose butter chicken, but I eat a korma every now and then. Used to not even like a tikka masala, but now I'll eat that. I also like mango chicken, which you can sometimes get from a Indian takeaway. It comes with like chunks of mango in it. That's really yummy. Grey is running out on me, but I think it will survive until this is done. Let's see if I can find a darker... Oh, I forgot her ear. Mango makes everything better. Oh, mango's my fave. Fave fruit, love a mango. Mango and passion fruit flavoured anything, I'm sold. Don't really have anything that's a shade darker than this without it changing the tone a lot, so I'll just keep it at that and then add some extra pencil shading at the end. Let's do the... No, I'm going to do this. Like green ironwork. I did think about like finding the colours that you put in the description, but I decided, nah, I'll just make it up as I go along. Do my own thing, just be vaguely inspired by RJ's colours. See how my colouring approach takes the page on a different direction compared to his colouring approach. immediately going in with the darker marker, adding in some shadows. And if you go in whilst it's still wet, it will kind of blend together a bit more seamlessly. Whereas if you wait till it's dry, then you get more of that kind of graphic, blocky shading look, which I really like for Camellia Angel Cover's work. Most of the time I prefer blendy. This is just kind of giving me a guide of where I'll put the pencil shading later. Go back in with the lighter colour. Blend those two bits together a bit more. Lovely stuff. Oh, thank you, Chris. We're not. We are not using polychromos, and we are not colouring in Sirenes du Monde anymore. I always forget to do this. Vol.3. Medium is, come on. Get away from me. Alcohol markers. Thanks, Chris. I had a sag paneer this week from a takeout that's 30 minutes from my house. Lovely stuff. So good. Good, not goo. So goo. Passion fruit anytime. So yummy. Got these connecting bits here. And something else I really loved about his page is that he did each of these little stained glass bits a different colour that used the colours from his colour palette. And I was like, ooh, I love that. So I thought I will do that for mine for sure. See, sometimes just looking at someone else's coloured version of a page helps inspire you, even if you don't copy it directly. Not that there's anything wrong with copying, it's a good way to learn. Okie doke. Now let's do the leaves. Ooh, yummy, Ness. Nessa just ordered a strawberry milkshake from a local shop. Lovely stuff. I've been doing very well this month with untouched books, especially this last week. I think I've... How many? I want to check the journal. Oh, I will tell you, we had Chinese last night. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 untouched books in the last week. No, 6. No, 5. Don't mind me. No, I finished one earlier and I was like, oh, I did Sirenes du Monde, but that wasn't untouched. This is untouched. I don't know if I will get this finished tonight though. Right, my go-to Chinese, and we had this last night, my grandma was over, and I was like, ooh, let's get a Chinese. And it was funny, they gave us fortune cookies, which they don't often do for our Chineses around here, but we got 3, and my grandma commented, do you reckon they give you 3 because this is meant to be for 3 people? My grandma has a tiny appetite, so she had like 5 chips and 1 teaspoonful of chow mein and like barely anything, and still was last to finish, bless her. We're always encouraging her to start first, but we always get chicken chow mein, egg fried rice, crispy seaweed, sweet and sour chicken balls, crispy chili beef, which is kind of a new favourite of ours, and always vegetable spring rolls, little mini ones. always comes with prawn crackers. And sometimes my parents will get chips. I don't really care for chips from the Chinese, so full enough without them, so I usually don't eat them. But yeah, that's our Chinese normal order. Sweet and sour would be lovely. And 1 week is fantastic. I know, right? I feel like I didn't really do much last month, although by the time I got to the end of it I did. But it just felt slow going. But yeah, this week has been great. Been flying through them, and I've got a lot more still planned to do. I mean, this is one of them. Yeah, I don't think I'll finish this tonight. I mean, I could. Got about an hour. It's not impossible. I've done crazier things, but I don't think so. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, just... Oh, I just coloured the petal in green. Ah, oh, dang it. There is no way I'm going to be able to disguise that. It's just going to be another green. You know what? Just match it. Match it on the other side. It is a leaf. It's a small leaf, and those are 2 small petals. Oh dear. People think I'm quite a sweet and innocent person, and then bring out the F-bomb. I mean, I don't care if I swear on live streams. I try not to in my videos, but in live streams I don't care for it. But yeah, try not to go out with the F-bombs. It's an instant reaction. I remember one of my clients at work, like, couldn't believe that I swore the other day. I don't even know, like, kind of... People think that I try and be professional, honestly, but I swear all the time. Crispy seaweed, so good. Love, love, love. What's the sesame beef they make with green beans called? Oh, beef and black bean sauce. You want about that? That's all I can think of. I don't know. Or is it Szechuan beef? I don't know. Black pepper chicken, steamed rice, pot stickers. What are pot stickers? We do not have those here. I have not a bloody clue. But American Chinese and British Chinese are quite different. Crispy seaweed is good. Yeah, our Chinese is one of the favourites. My favourite is one down Portland where my grandma lives. That's my favourite Chinese. Every time we go there, it's like, gotta have Chinese. Say it all the time, just try really hard not to in my videos, but the F word is always going out of my mouth, literally. Chinese sounds like one I would enjoy too. Pot stickers are dumplings. So yeah, we don't really serve dumplings in the UK. Right, I think I'll do these little stained glassy bits next. Let's go yellow for the backing of this. Have you ever watched Crazy Rich Asians? They're making pot stickers in that cousin/auntie scene. Oh, I've watched it once, but no, I don't remember that scene. I think the only scene I can remember is the mahjong one. No dumplings, unacceptable. Yeah, I've never had a dumpling. I'd love to try one. I think they'd be great. Oh, that's a lie. I have had like an Aldi frozen dumpling that you chuck in the microwave for a minute. That was yummy. Let's go yellow there. Yeah, the I like gyozas. I love gyozas. They are good. So I'm sure I'd like pot stickers then. Dim sum selection. Yeah, we don't have... Dim sum is not a thing here. I think I heard of dim sum for the first time on Glee. Dim sum with your mom. Dim sum with your... She had a chicken feet salad. If you've never watched Glee, you're like, what is this girl on about? Cute, cute, cute. Stained glass. I find an easy trick to make something look like stained glass is just go over the outer edge with a darker colour. It gives it that stained glass effect. Alicia was an error. If you can't have authentic dumplings, store-bought is fine. You don't even have stew with dumplings either. Oh, we, yeah, the dumplings we have would be in a stew like, what's it made out of? Suet? Suet dumplings? More like bready dumplings. Those are... Well, I kind of forgot about them because... because of the context, I was like, yeah, no, in a stew, like beef stew, chicken stew. I don't like stew, so I don't eat dumplings. Family begs and begs me for dumplings. Your daughter was hooked on Glee. Oh, yeah, I was a big Glee fan. I didn't get into it quite late though. Like, what was it? What was it that... I think I got into it just as season 4 was coming out. Hiya Tamara, welcome, lovely to see you. So it here is like fat and small offal you'd offer to birds. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Stew dumplings are just wet bread, blur. My mum would say, she'd be like, oh, I love a dumpling. She loves dumplings. She loves a stew. It's the meal that they have if I'm going to be out. I'm like, I'm not going to be home for tea today, and they'll be like, okay, let's have a stew. Because I don't like stews. So we don't have them, usually. Right, I think I'll do her little earrings to match those flowers up there. I think that would be cute. Dad was the guy that directed that movie, had an amazing restaurant across the street where I lived in Silicon Valley. Popsicles were amazing. Yummy. You'd like the ones I make from scratch. I liked early Glee, but once drama started unfolding off screen, I'd lost interest. I mean, season 1 to 3, amazing. 4, okay. 5, terrible. 6, weird. Like, no wonder it finished at 6, because what the F was the Hurt Locker episodes? I remember watching that and going, were they high? Genuinely? Like, what is going on here? I do not understand. Where has this character development suddenly come from? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Have you ever had ravioli or pierogies? Remind me of those two. What are pierogies? Because I have not a clue. I hear Americans talking about them. Not a Scooby-Doo what a pierogi is. I've had ravioli. Yeah, I've had ravioli. Try anything except all the meats and bugs. I mean, I don't blame you, Chris. Making pasta here for dinner. Ooh, ravioli with Alfredo sauce. What's my favourite American food if I have one? Oh, God. I've not really tried much. I've never been to America, so I haven't really tried that. And I'm sorry, but what is American food? Because most of American food is just food that's been brought over from other countries. I do like me an American pancake. Compared to a British pancake, I do like them. They are nice. What time does your stream finish? Usually around 10:30ish, so about 45 minutes-ish. Were they high? Yes, probably. They're a Polish dumpling filled with a delicious mashed potato mixture. Oh, that's pierogi. I don't know why, but pierogi to me, like, because I had no idea what they were. If I was to describe a pierogi, to me it sounds like some kind of sandwich. Like something with bread. And maybe like small, like bite size. That's how I would... Yeah, there's not such thing as American food. I think of the, it was, you know those interviews they do with celebs where it's like, you do the strongly agree, strongly disagree. And it was with Tom Holland, and he was with some other American guy, and it was like, American food's better than English food. And he goes, what's American? The guy was like, hamburgers, not from America. French fries, also not from America. Just having a milkshake for dinner, lol. Can't be bothered cooking today. That's fair enough, Nessa. Some days I'd like that. I asked it because what we eat, I was told by my cousin who lives in London, said you have no place that make good burgers or that place to sit down and eat, say, casseroles at. Well, yeah, no, we wouldn't get... Casseroles is our home-cooked thing. I mean, we have plenty of places that make good burgers though. Yeah. I've been to had many a nice burger. There was this place near where I went to uni, down the road from one of my student accommodation student houses. Oh, I cannot remember what the name of the place was called, but they did like proper dirty burgers. Oh, they were good. It was one of the... There's only a few places in the country that can legally sell rare burgers because of how the meat's processed, and they were one of them. Super juicy, like stacked with loads of toppings, so unhealthy but such a treat. And you'd get them with a side of dirty fries, and I loved the poutine fries. I loved them. They did it wasn't just gravy, it was like beef brisket gravy. It was so yummy. Oh. Canadian food, poutine, there you go. Yeah, poutine, Canadian food, and maple syrup. But now whenever I hear the word poutine, I just think of the Modern Family quote. I don't care what it is, and I'm not poutine in it my mouth. Unless it's indigenous food is American food, and I'm afraid I don't know any indigenous food. I couldn't name anything. Funeral potatoes? What on earth is that? And why is it called that? Once we went to a movie in the US and made the mistake of ordering a large popcorn and large drink. I kid you not, the containers were bucket size. We were stunned. That's just making me think of the clip from Parks and Rec, where she's showing the different size cups from a burger shop, and there's a child size. And they're like, how is this a child size? It fits in my head. It's because it's the size of a small child. Most American citizens haven't either. Yeah. Poutine, yeah. Fries with cheese curds and gravy. It is yummy. I used to, at my last job, I would make like sort of cheap man's version of poutine where I'd order chips, cheese and gravy. It was yummy. I loved it. It was yummy. Succotash is American. What is succotash? And what are... I was watching The Help the other day and I had to look up what corn po is. I was like, what the frick is corn po? Looks horrible. Grits is another thing I think of as American. It looks nasty to me. It looks like, from what I can see, it's like a creamy rice thing, but it's savoury. Like, ew. No thanks. I like watching videos of Americans going around and doing like British food road trips, because I feel like there's been a real kind of sort of resurgence or acceptance of British food recently, where Americans are more recognising that all British food isn't just beige and bland. Like, that's not a good representation of what food in this country is, and they've gone to different counties and trying local things, and oh, it made me want to do a British food road trip and go to these places because it looks so good. And it like made me appreciate just watching it as a British person, like how varied the food is as well. Succotash is corn with butter beans. Oh, grits is delicious. I like it sweet. I can't imagine. I don't like sloppy food. I'll just have French toast with egg remainders of the batter scrambled, literally. I'd just... Give me some pancakes. waffles. Ooh, yummy. Exactly no one knows funeral potatoes. It's a cheesy potato casserole food that you bring to a wake type event. I mean, sounds like cheesy potato casserole. That sounds like was it dauphinoise? And I like those. I like a dauphinoise potato. Right, let's do the purple ones here. I think I might just make these daisies. Due to severe IBS, I can't do eggs unless it's something you use egg to bacon. I love eggs. It was a big joke at uni. One of my friends used to say, Jess, she fucking loves eggs. She fucking loves them. And it's true, I do love them. I mean, actually, I don't love them that much. I don't have them all that often, but I love chucking an egg in something. Making a packet of noodles and putting a little fried egg in. Not fried egg, like poached egg in with it. Delish. Just noticed I missed some green bits here. It's supposed to be green. Similar to dauphinoise, but dauphinoise are very thinly sliced. Ah, fair enough. Oh, come on. Nikki loves colouring, and we are watching this with a glass of cider, and we're absolutely amazed at what you're doing. We love the channel and learning such a lot. Oh, thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. Love. Glad that you are enjoying it. Pretty much pro porridge across the board. Oatmeal, cream of wheat, maltomeal, grits, norms. Noms. I mean, I like porridge, but we just have porridge here. It's just called porridge, and we don't have anything else. We wouldn't really call it oatmeal, it's just porridge. I do like porridge. Egg drop soup, ooh. Think soul food is American? Yes. Or what's it, gumbo. That, I know I wouldn't like that. I mean, it's like a stew thing. Ugh. Yeah, what is the difference between... porridge, oatmeal, potato is how I see it. You don't have eggs too often. Bad at judging how much dip I need. Yeah, it is hard. Rye bread is an indigenous as well. Thick berry sauce called woja pie. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Yummy, yummy. Right, I'm starting to get to the point where I've actually got to make colour decisions, and not that I haven't made colour decisions up until this point, but you know what I mean. It's like you've got to decide what colour to do things. Like, it's not the obvious colour choice, like green for leaves, pink for flowers. Oh, I love oatmeal, but with raisins, butter, sugar and milk. Yeah, I like... what do I like? I like raisins in my porridge, cooked into them. Pineapple upside down cake is American. Oh, I didn't realise that was American, because we made that a lot as kids. I just associate it as like 70s, 80s food kind of thing. Right, so let's do this one pink. See, I only like porridge in the winter with milk and a bit of brown sugar. Love my raisins cooked too, tastes so much better. Yeah, they get like squidgier. Can't really explain it. And goodness, I've never seen a flip with Mythographic Wild Summer. Got it because everyone said it was really good. It's fantastic. Yes. Wild Summer is one that I would recommend to beginners. I think objectively every page is really good. It's one of the few mythographic books I have that I think every page is a win. Because sometimes you get some and you're like, what the hell is going on here? I don't care for that. Wild Summer, everything is great. And I want cheese grits. I don't know if I have grits or cheese to make them. Ooh, cranberries in your oatmeal too. Nice. Someone's diced apples in his oatmeal with brown sugar and a little butter. I am so boring with my breakfasts. I've had Cheerios for the last, like, I don't know how many years. Maybe 10 at this point. I've had them for so long. Occasionally I'll have porridge, like I'll just fancy it, or I'll be up same time as my parents on the weekend. I'll be like, can you make me some porridge? Because they have porridge every day, even in the summer. But yeah, I have Cheerios. In the winter I tend to have raisins and dried apricots on them. And then when it comes to summertime I'll have raspberries or grapes, not grapes, yeah, or grapes, or strawberries on them. That's some fresh fruit. And then it gets to a point where the fruit goes a bit bleh. Yes, I think a lot of us have, Gail. We were speaking about that at the start of stream, talking about all our mythographics. Yeah, I picked up all 4, and my grandma's taken fairy folklore now. I want Cat and Blank to finish off his seasonal themed mythographic books. Me too. Give me Wild Spring and Wild what do you call it? Autumn. Give me all of them. Yeah, I think they are great. So I think a lot of Thanksgiving food is American. Roasted turkey, stuffing, pumpkin pie. I mean, roasted turkey, no. Sorry. But, we have roasted turkey for Christmas. But yeah, definitely pumpkin pie for sure. That's American. Pumpkin pie is one of those things where I can't even really imagine what it tastes like. I've carved a pumpkin once, thought it smelled disgusting, and never again. Aunt loves peaches and heavy cream in her oatmeal. Never thought about peaches, cream and oatmeal. I want to try that. That does sound good. Yes, can we have a reprint of mythographics about the hidden objects, please? Because I would buy Dream Garden if you did that. Well, if we're doing reprints of mythographics, please and thank you, do Odyssey. Don't understand having bacon but pancakes and maple syrup. Strange combo. Oh, see, I thought it was strange, and then I tried it once, and I love it. I quite like salty and sweet things, though. But if you're someone that doesn't, I can understand that it just does not appeal to you, and fair enough. You made it live, welcome, welcome, winging it with colour. Oh, you have definitely told me your name before. And I'm trying to remember. Liza? Liza. Is it Liza? But anyway, welcome. Hate turkey, my whole family does. Hate cooking them too, I haven't cooked one in almost 25 years. I just associate turkey with Christmas. I refuse to eat turkey any other time. I'm one of those. Most of the pumpkin pie filling you find is way processed. Yeah, that's why I kind of can't imagine it. Yeah, we do have pumpkin spice latte. Does it just taste like that? Because I feel like pumpkin spice, as an idea, is like a really bad name for what it is. Because it doesn't taste like pumpkin. It just tastes spicy. But yeah, it's like, I like it. Son loves pancakes or waffles with bacon in with the batter. It is Liza, I was right. I think it's Liza. Yes. Because you just launched your YouTube channel. I remember watching your video the other day. Roasted and salted pumpkin seeds? Yes, yum. We do that anytime we buy a butternut squash. We always roast the seeds. Just a bit of salt and pepper. Beautiful. Tasty. Bit of extra crunch with your meal. Right, I need a colour for her top and a colour for his suit. And I'm thinking 1 pink, 1 purple. Lisa, thank you. Lisa, sorry. It's one of those names that it can be Liza, Lisa, Lisa sometimes it's pronounced. It's one of those names that's got a variety of pronunciations. Next time you make bacon, sprinkle brown sugar and fresh cracked black pepper on it before you cook it. Oh, thank me later. Say that 10 times. Fresh cracked black pepper, fresh cracked black pepper. Time to get ready to go out. Thank you for the stream. Hope everyone has a good night / day. Thanks for joining, Millie. Take care. Still haven't decided. I think purple. And then do him pink. I'm just thinking about balance. I've got a lot of pink down here. She's got pink earrings, so if I do her purple. Nessa, you're Canadian, right? This seems like a very Canadian thing to do. We do barbecue for our Christmas dinner, and hubby's side of the family thinks we're stupid saying Christ would never eat that on his birthday. I had to tell him, how do you know him personally? I mean, not going to like say he was he wouldn't have eaten a roast dinner either. Because he was from the Middle East. He also wasn't white. Like, come on. He probably would have eaten something really basic, like bread. Can't think of anything. Get called all sorts, don't mind. Maple sausage is good. All pumpkin spice is a spice made up of cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and sometimes allspice. Yeah, I do like it. It's yummy. Imagine a pumpkin spice latte minus some coffee plus sweet, delicious salt of custard. I'm sure I'd like it. Because I like a spicy thing. Like, I don't like chili spice, but I like spice. What's the, like, not an herbaceous spice, but yeah, a herbaceous spice, in a way. I'm still avoiding. I'm also not quite sure what to do for the table and the stools and this. Maybe I'll do this grey, matching with them guys. Fish. What's fish? Just fish. Pumpkin spice coffee from Starbucks into autumn. Yeah, it is a classic. Right, I'm going to think on this. I might even look up RJ's page because I need to go to the toilet. So I'll be back in just 1 minute. I'll look up some inspo. Okay, I'm back. Oh, that's what you were on about. What Jesus would have eaten, just fish. Would have eaten bread, fish, legumes, olive oil, figs, pomegranates, yeah. Wouldn't have eaten a roast turkey or goose or whatever. It's all commercialisation. Commercialisation. That doesn't sound like a word, but it is. Right, I'm gonna do these. Like little suns. And RJ did this frilly bit as yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. He knows what he's doing. You need to make a Mediterranean feast instead of that next year? Yeah. That would be what you would have eaten. Definitely need dark pink in this wine glass. Daughter ordered this thing called a vanilla cappuccino loose leaf tea. I'm confused. Me too. Oh, I missed his hand there. How did I miss that? That's my grey. That's my grey. How's it a cappuccino and tea at the same time? My mum tried to make a tea with some coffee at the same time. I was up here and I just hear her go, "Oh fuck!" And I was just like, what's happened? I ran downstairs. I was like, what's that? She goes, look at my mug. And she sprinkled some of my coffee sachet into her mug for the tea. And I was like, you got me worried. Oh, avocado toast. I do also love avocado toast. I know it's a basic bitch millennial thing, but I love it. I used to eat it a lot when I had my first job, which was working at a pub. I would do the Sunday lunch shift. That would start at 12, which was too early for a proper lunch, but also too late to just have a breakfast. So I would get up and have a late brunch kind of thing. So I had a few go-tos. Avocado and poached egg on toast. It's one of my favourites. I like doing American style pancakes. My dad would have to help me eat some of them because it made it wasn't quite big enough for like 2 batches, but 1.5 kind of thing. I had to serve 1.5 people. And I'd also do breakfast burritos sometimes, which I often used leftover roast potatoes, scrambled eggs, bacon, all mixed in together, and then put in a wrap. Yeah, those were my go-tos. Kind of alternate between all of those. Right, and he's got a pink jacket. I'm just copying RJ's now at this point, and the colours that he used. What am I looking at here? Also love hummus toast with very thinly sliced cucumber on top. Oh, that sounds good. I love a bit of hummus and cucumber, carrots, peppers, celery, whatever to dip in. I like pumpkin pie, but I really didn't expect myself to go all in with the pumpkin pie stuff right now. Yeah. Bit out of season. I was thinking of the Barber cartoon. I don't know what that is. Avocado toast with a poached egg is top tier. Absolutely. I think the key to avocado is you've got to season it. It's got to have a good amount of seasoning. Otherwise it's just, yeah, it is bland. It is bleh. But you put the right amount of salt and pepper in. If you're so inclined, some chili flakes. I am not so inclined. And then you add a bit of fruit juice, whether that's lime or lemon, and you make yourself guacamole. For me, that's the main difference between like mashed avocado and guacamole. It's the addition of citrus juice. If you like radish, that's also good sliced on top. Yeah. Not particularly. Avocado requires lime. Yeah, I often use lemon instead just because we have a bottle of lemon juice always to hand in the cupboard for pancake day and whatnot. Whereas we don't really have lime juice. Feels a bit excessive for me to go out and buy a lime and an avocado. Lots of watermelon. Reminds me of my first Spotify Wrapped. It's full of DMX songs. How can I not know myself to such a degree? Mine was no surprise for me. All musicals. That's my Spotify. Well, not YouTube Music Wrapped I have. Okay, I'm glad I looked at his reference pic because I thought this was part of his jacket, but it's not. We'll colour his bow tie to match. That's the wrong colour. Baba was a kids' TV cartoon in the 80s. Oh, that'll be why I haven't heard of it. Guacamole toast instead of avocado toast, trust me. Just a bit of zestiness. Don't hate that. Don't hate the idea of that. Let's do this cupcake case pink as well. Well, notice how I'm chatting again. Finally gave in and took a Tylenol and an Advil. Life has returned to me. That's good. Good to hear, Nessa. Those are two things we don't have in the UK at all. Tylenol and Advil. We have, I don't know which way round is it, but we have paracetamol and ibuprofen. That's just what we call it all. Probably just put the guac on a tostada, to be honest, instead of bread. Oh, are they both paracetamol? What's an ibuprofen then? Let's shade him with... Same things, different names, yeah. You gave the medicines, just not the brands? Yes, we don't really have brands for medicines. Because, I mean, we get paracetamol for boxes like the Tesco own brand, Boots own brand. You can get them for like 50p, 30p, and the ingredients are just the same as... I don't know if we have any brand. There are brand like Nurofen. We have Nurofen. Can't remember. Yeah, I think honestly it makes more sense to call it by the actual medicine name rather than a brand name. Did anyone make any fun videos I need to know about? I'm not going to be able to colour tonight, I'm too tired. You saw my video, thank you. I've been watching a bit of a backlog today, so I didn't really look at who's posted. I was enjoying Amy Wardart's Little Colour Counts first episode. If you haven't watched that, recommend that. That was fun. And a good, easy background watching. Yeah, not much today, actually. I will have another video tomorrow. just shameless plug. I want to get a dark grey a second. CG goes. I've got a new video tomorrow. I was going to do it today, it depended on when the RJ book arrived. Right, let me find this marker first. There it is. I was like, depending on what gets here first, oh, I keep dropping pencils. Depending on if the RJ Hampson book gets here today or tomorrow, will depend whether this video goes out today or tomorrow. So it's going to be tomorrow. Thought prioritise the RJ book. Tomorrow I've got my 4 seasons colouring book collection, where I show all the books that I have that go through the 4 seasons. I might give them a little pink tie, maybe a dark pink. Yeah, Polly put up how to get mouse guards shipped to the UK, which wouldn't be useful for you, Kimberlyn, but you might want to watch it. Ooh, Anti-Chris did a popular opinions yesterday and a flip through today. Nice, nice. Yes, I do need to watch that on popular opinions. I'm almost caught up with all the, what do you call them? What do you call them? Completed Pages videos. I was very behind because I was like binge listening to the Sunrise on the Reaping last week. Yeah, I'm going to keep them simple. Black trousers as well. I kind of wussed out a bit, but I did mention them as a waste of money. Did you talk about the colour cubes? Yeah. Oh. I think I've talked about the colour cubes enough. So I wish I had a YouTube channel so I could do an unpopular opinions video and talk about the colour cubes. Yeah, many things I could say about them, and I have. I should go back and find all my live streams where I bitched and moaned about them, but it might get a bit much. I didn't even think of that. I think I was trying to be a bit more out the box, and for me, one thing that came to mind was the Caran d'Ache palette, so that's why I said that. Let's do grey. Series of Instagram Reels. The unpopular opinions tag is why I actually launched. Need to finish recording. That's not a word. Need to finish recording my Battle of the Pencils round 2. But I think I'm going to do a Hannah Carson or Maria Troll. All my books on those collections. Nice, nice. The unpopular opinions tags were great. I really enjoyed watching and making it. And it's interesting how like similar yet different people's opinions are, which sounds silly but is true. I watched Amanda's Colour Me Tartans today, so that was in my list to watch. Love the opinions videos. Yeah, they're just so interesting. Only reason I have the Caran d'Ache palette is because I found it brand new at a local thrift store for $1. Oh, what a steal, Tamara. Yeah, I would have snapped that up immediately. Yeah, don't blame you. I only had one cube and destashed it on Vinted, has never looked at it. Yeah, I'm going to be selling mine on Vinted. I would advertise it on the channel, but I don't want to. I just want to kind of silently sell it on. I will look for your seasons video tomorrow when I get home on more regatta for my nephew. Then that is the last high school sporting event I have to attend. Oh, that'll be kind of bittersweet. To take the time to make an actual thumbnail today. Nice, nice. Once you've made a few thumbnails, you can kind of just, what I do is copy the thumbnail and then just change the details on it, like the name and whatnot. So once you've made one, then you're good to go for the rest. Right, I think I'll do this greys in its stone as well. And I think I want to bring in a little bit of brown for the tableware stuff. The table and the stools. And then that will be based. It's the last of the 3. Oh. I want to start doing videos, but I don't have a mount for my phone/webcam. My dad built me one out of wood to start with, and that's what I used. Actually, my first ever video, I just balanced, like, I had a shelf on top of my desk, and I just balanced my phone like this. I didn't film it, it was very like widely zoomed out, but it did the job. When you're first starting out, I don't recommend buying loads of things because you want to see if you like it before carrying on. Right, what kind of brown do I want? I want a kind of like yellow toned brown. Let's go E240. Tried editing today, put up a video colouring waves. Ooh, you got another new video, nice. It's been lovely. I feel like this month there's been a lot of people starting their channels, which has been great. Or not even starting, just a lot of channels that I've newly discovered. I always love finding new people. I think I just need a nice light blue for the background now. I'm going to use V030 because it's my favourite for backgrounds, like blue sky backgrounds, and it's the only marker I have a refill for, so I'm not afraid to use it. Oh dang it, I don't think that was meant to be blue. Way too late now. I can just use a white paint pen to go over that. It's meant to be the white of his shirt, I reckon. I have some takes on the unpopular collections videos, but alas, also no YouTube channel, and I don't want to do reels. I've been enjoying reading your comments, Kimberlyn. I like going to the comment section of the unpopular opinions. I've had some of the best interactions with people on my unpopular opinions comment section, and really great comments that have got me thinking even more about the things I've said and like adding additional points. So yeah, I saw yours on Amanda's video, and I'm sure some others, but I can't think of them at the top of my head right now. This needs to be green down there. Bought it because I was doing lots of TikToks. My issue is memory on my phone when filming, so it's put me off for months, but I'm going to persevere through the stress. Yeah, I find I can store up to about 2 to 3 hours of filming on my phone. You did write long. Do a Facebook style post on your YouTube account. Doesn't have to be a video or short. Yeah. To go back and look at comments on different videos, definitely recommend it. I have to put a Northern Irish slang translator in my community tab for people to refer back to. Funny. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I don't really have time. Oh, F it, I'm going to finish this. Just want to see it done. And I don't think it would take too long. Because I'm going to use polychromos like Kirby does. And I've done most of the shading already. Just need like a little bit extra. I'm going to start with the greys. Let's go warm grey 4 and 3. And then get out warm grey 6 for the black bits. This can move to the side. Because it's like RJ doesn't fully shade everything, he just kind of like adds in extra shadows. At least I think. I have done most of the work, to be honest, with the alcohol markers. Amanda literally said Prismas are trash or rubbish or something like that. I need to read her comments again to see if anyone objected to that. Oh yeah, we were having a conversation. I mean, I love Amanda for her strong opinions. I mean, you voice them. Because at the end, it is just opinions. You don't have to agree with anyone. Everyone has different opinions. What some people hate, another person loves, and power to you. But yeah, she was just like, we were chatting. She traded her Prismas for chroma flows. And she was like, I hate them. Why do people like them? And I was like, I can understand why people like them, but they're just not for me. But she was like, nope, hate them. I was like, fair enough. She knows what she likes, absolutely. Holly would be great. The streak is doing well. I updated it this morning. I'm at day 141. Don't remember anyone strongly disagreeing with my opinions. I had some people disagree with my opinions on live streams, because it was connected to my opinion on whether colour-alongs were overrated, which I think they kind of are in a way, but I explain it in more detail there. As to like why I think that, because I think live streams are underrated, and then some people who would just like put one sentence of I hate live streams, and I'm just like, cool, don't watch them then. And then people go, me too, and I was just like, okay, cool. I just think like why do you need to comment that? Like just don't watch them. Like they're no kind of sort of, they don't hurt you, the live streams existing, because they're kind of a bit separate to videos. Like they don't get recommended in the same way. Because I know some people like to watch all the videos from a channel, and if they don't, like, it bothers them. yeah, like having sort of conversations in the comments made me realise that I had even more opinions that I could have shared. Can't think. My hot take about colour-alongs is that people should be prepared to pay for them because they are a ton of work. Yeah, I remember you commenting that. I thought that was a fair enough comment. And I really liked one comment. I think it was from Chrissy. If you're watching, Chrissy, hi. And she said, like, on reflection, she's commented asking for colour-alongs before, and people have done them, and she hasn't liked how they turned out, like, it's just not her style, and so she feels bad for asking for them, and she's like, why am I asking for them? So instead, like, it's changed her way of being like, instead of saying, oh, colour-along, or just, I'd love to see you colour in this. For me, like, I take requests for colouring on live streams, like someone asked me to do this book, but I don't do colour-alongs. I just, other than for my memberships, because for me, one of the reasons I have memberships is to do colour-alongs, because I know I would not motivate myself to do colour-alongs if it wasn't for a membership. And that may be greedy, that may be shallow, but it's the truth. I know that if I even just had one person paying each month, that would give me the motivation and incentive to do it. And it's not that I don't want to do it, I do. And I have tried colour-alongs, I found that I love live streams. And I feel like you're getting similar content from them, but even a bit more, because they're more engaging. And I do try my best to colour in the live streams, because one of the critiques I got in the comments was that people don't like live streams because people don't spend enough time colouring, they get too distracted, and I'm like, well, that is the kind of the point of live streams for me, to get asked a question, oh, quickly show this book here, or talk about this thing there. So I do try and colour as much as I can. Right, I've missed a load of comments here. They also help me loads. And I think with live streams, there's so many people that do them, that there's plenty of them available out there, that if someone doesn't want to do them, it's not like you're missing out necessarily, you're just missing out on their particular style. When you're starting out, it's difficult to change, absolutely. And that's another thing where the people who do colour-alongs regularly are so big, so popular, they kind of suck all the views away from small channels. Not in a bad way, not in a way that they don't deserve, but just because there's so many established ones doing these full book colour-alongs and whatnot on their channels, that if you're a new channel trying to start out and try to start colour-alongs, it's really hard to break the glass ceiling and get into that space of having people regularly watch them. And they are a lot of effort, and to see them get like a tenth of the views you usually get for your videos, it is disheartening. Like, I've never been one to be controlled by the numbers, but to know you've put so much effort into a video and for not much, because it's not even like a payment side of thing, like, don't expect payment for anything. It's more, oh, not as many people are enjoying this. I upload a usual video, 1,000 views, whereas this 100, like, I want to be appealing to more people. That's what I want. I want the outreach, the engagement, more than views for this number of views, if that makes sense. My thoughts on things are super well reasoned and eloquent until I decide to say things with my actual mouth. Yeah. Absolutely. Looking forward if I'm to be able to do them if I get enough subs. It's 50, isn't it? Yes, I believe so. 50 for live streams. If you haven't checked out Winging It with Colour, check them out. I really enjoyed her first video. Live streams are good socially for people that don't have other people to connect with others. Absolutely. Never expect you to do those colour-alongs without a membership fee. Difficult to charge. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, that's what you meant. Difficult to change rather than difficult to check. I got you. Not saying that someone needs to charge, but I'm saying that if someone has their colour-along content behind a paywall, that makes total sense. Yeah. My other colour along hot take is that the more media the colourist pulls out to do a page, the more likely I'm to say no thanks. I agree. I think if you're doing a colour along, not that you owe anything to anyone, but I think you owe it to the people watching to stick with one brand. And by stick with one brand, I mean for the pencil work. Base with a medium, or do a background with a medium, fair enough. But for the pencil work, just use one set of pencils. I think that's the way it should go. Like, if you're wanting people to actually follow along, it's unrealistic to use polychromos and chromaflows and Holbeins and just 2 light fast pencils. Like, it's just unrealistic. Whereas if you just have one pencil set, then you could at least convert with that one pencil set best you could. But yeah, I would agree with you there, Kimberlyn. I do not have a gajillion media. You can see me is doing colour alongs right. Oh, she is doing colour alongs right, in my opinion. I'm also just one to not consume colour alongs, and that's why I don't really put them out. Whereas I'm more likely to follow a colour along if it's, say, for a full book colour along that someone has a membership for, something like that. And more the reason I pay for a membership is more for the community aspect of it and supporting the specific person. Spent over 20 hours between filming, editing and uploading to get 50 views, and guess 50 views is great for someone starting out. Yeah, it is disheartening, and no matter what you say and what you believe, and the views aren't everything, but they do mean something, and it is a lot of work, and I think people don't appreciate that. I think, and that's where my unpopular opinion kind of stems from, the fact that I think they're overrated in the sense that they are over asked for in the colouring community and then underappreciated, and that's what makes them overrated. Like, the actual colour alongs themselves, a wealth of knowledge, like, wonderful. But the idea of colour alongs themselves in the colouring community, that's the fact that's what I find overrated, and how much people ask for them. And you've also got to appreciate that colour alongs themselves are quite niche, in the fact that someone's got to have that book, have the page uncoloured, like your page enough to want to follow the colour along. It's hard. It's hard to meet all of those criteria. That's why I like Karen at My Colourful Country Life. She usually does a background with one medium, yes. And then the pencils with another, yeah. Stress inks for the background and a base layer of Albert Dürer on the objects and a layer of dry pencil. Then we're going to have 5 gajillion embellishments. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. I think colour alongs have more staying power. I'll watch a colour along from 8 years ago. My limit for a haul is 2 to 3 months. Oh, that's an interesting point, Erica. Yeah. The fact that often you will seek out a specific book or a specific page for a colour along, whereas you wouldn't necessarily seek out hauls from, yeah. That's an interesting point, that. Really like the live streams. They keep me company whilst I'm colouring, and I usually miss the real live stream. I've got to watch the repeat. Yeah. And for me, like, I would do more colour alongs if I had more to say. I have a really boring life. I just colour. That's why I colour so much. Because I don't do anything in my life. So I have nothing really to talk about. Whereas at least with live streams, you're reading the chat and you've got talking points constantly throughout the video. And it just keeps me going. Whereas if I did this same page as a colour along, I'd have so many periods of just kind of silence, then go, oh yeah, let me talk about this. Oh yeah, this, this, and that. And I just struggle to find things to say. That's why I can commit to one a month. She does a short video showing the colouring and keeps the full length. Ooh. I've missed it. Oh, full length video with materials list on my Patreon. Even though I can't comment on the reruns, I still prefer the live streams. You learn so much from the conversations. Absolutely. Another thing, I would pay for a membership even if you stopped doing the colour alongs because you put out so much other content. That's nice, Kimberly. Thank you. Yeah, I even though my full book colour along is years, like I think 2+ years away from being completed at the pace we're at, which I wouldn't go any faster because I think 2 a month is enough for people to keep up with, kind of thing. I'm like, what would I do next? Because it would have to be something, a new book to me, but it would also have to be something I'm really passionate about. Like, would it be another fairy tales book? Maybe. I don't know. Would I just stop? I don't know. I see what I fancy at the time. For me, the live stream is the connection with my subscribers, to be in touch with the colouring community friends. The growth comes from pre-recorded videos. You've hit the nail on the head there, Adri. Yeah. In order to grow, you need the pre-recorded content. In order to connect, well, not necessarily in order to connect on a deeper level, let's say, you've got the live streams. You can also have really good connections on the comment section and also DMs as well. So you don't necessarily need, ooh, drop pencils, live streams in order to be able to connect. Because I definitely feel connected with colourists who don't live stream. But I do completely relate to what you're saying there, Adri. I feel like I've connected even more with people in the community now. I chat on a weekly basis. It's a lot of work. I think we are all of the same mind in regarding the views, absolutely. What few books so I can follow a colour along, but materials is a problem. Prefer lives and colouring chats, it's more engaging. Yeah, I like a colouring chat. I've got an idea for a colouring chat I want to do this weekend. Not this weekend, this coming week. This soon. But I like the idea of having topics of conversation to chat about rather than necessarily being a colour and just happening to be colouring at the same time. You need to pick a page. Something good and mindless. Probably something that I've already based with something else. Leaves up there. I'll watch a live on repeat quicker than a colour along. My brain can't focus that long. I also relate to that. I'm sorry, but I cannot stand a silent colour along. Boring. I don't want it. If I'm watching a colour along that I'm actually following, I'll have it on my phone and I'll be watching something else on my tablet that's got yeah, I don't care for background music. Get a little frustrated because I've done a few different polls asking if they want me to continue colour alongs, and it always wins that they want to continue but then no one watches. I think, Dana, honestly, the trouble with polls is that the people who vote in them are the ones that interact most with your channel, the ones that would watch every video that you put up. So it's not quite a fair representation of what people necessarily want. Again, my opinion. But yeah, it's like people who are there with every video, the ones who love everything you do, they're the ones who are more likely to vote yes. So it's kind of like a incorrectly positive, inflated thing. Instead, it might be more helpful, instead of looking at percentage, because I just did a poll of the 4 Romantic Country 3, and if you look at the poll results, 30% of people said that they would get involved, and so by that it seems like not enough, but no, it's 38% of 180 votes, which if you work that out, 180 times 0.38 is 68 people, which that's enough for me to do that as the next full book collaboration. So maybe, Dana, if you looked at it and was like, okay, alright, yes, the majority say yes, but how many votes does that actually equal to? And if it's less than, say, like, give yourself a number in your mind. If it's less than this, even if the majority of the poll wins out, nah. Like colouring chats also, I should say hardly anyone, yeah. Really do like a colour on because it helps me learn, but it just has to be the right ones. I agree, yeah. Yeah, Dana, at the end of the day, you've got to do what you want to do. I've thought about doing memberships for colour-alongs like you, Jess, but I'm kind of in the spot because I do it for free now. Guess I worry that people will be mad. Let them be mad. If people want to pay, they'll pay. If they don't want to pay, they won't pay. It's not, you are not forcing them by any means. Yeah, Let's play that out, Dana. What happens if they get mad? Kimberlyn has entered teacher mode. Yeah, truth. Third colour alongs where I can view the comments made at the time, so the commentary makes sense. Yeah, that's why I put the chat box here. I just feel like for playback it's a bit easier to follow along. Watching colour alongs, I usually have it sign up my iPad. Yes, same Erica. Well, nothing I suppose. I guess I don't want people to think I'm being greedy. I don't know. As someone who has memberships and has had those exact same thought processes, there's always going to be someone who out there thinks you're doing something wrong. But there's also going to be people out there that want to support you. At the end of the day, you've got to do what feels right to you. If it feels wrong to you on a personal, don't do it. If you think it's something you could do and you would enjoy doing it, then do it. That's my opinion. Because you're not forcing anyone. And when I started doing the colour-alongs, I kind of made the point of nothing on the channel is going to change, and sort of using that. Like, it's like we've had this need to justify why we're doing what we're doing, when it seems weird. Like, we need to justify that. I think if they think you're being greedy, it's because they don't know how much work goes into them. Yeah. Get to know each one, their troubles, when their pet is sick, when someone's not feeling well. Yeah, it's wonderful, Adri. So if anyone's going to ask that too, they can just get mad and not pay. That's the worst they can do. Absolutely. Needless to say that a 5-hour colour along takes a week to finish. Did one colour along and it just felt like I was colouring in their work for them. No originality for me. Well said, both Jess and Kim. Yeah, you just always got to do you. And that was the one thing I said when I started YouTube to myself, like, I got to do what makes me happy. If people want to watch, great. If they don't, that's great. But because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, everything else is like a cherry on top. Got a new coloured copy of Kawaii Tariff for $5. Ooh, great bargain there. The thing is, with doing anything online, you're never going to please everyone. It's impossible. Everyone has their different opinions. Take a look at the unpopular opinions tag. Doesn't make them bad, doesn't make them horrible. It just makes them different. And that's human nature, so you're never going to please everyone. And there's nothing to say that you start a membership full book colour along but do the occasional free ones. Nothing to stop you doing that. Also nothing to stop you completely stopping them altogether. That shouldn't ever make you feel guilty. Yeah. People charging don't have all their content behind a paywall, so you can still interact with their content. Yeah. There's some things people do where I'm like, don't necessarily agree with that. But that's my personal opinion. I'm never going to hate on them for it. But you know what I do? Don't buy the membership. Like, as simple as. You don't like something, you don't support it. You don't need to voice it loud. But you can think things privately in your head, nothing wrong with that. In a perfect world I would join, like I would have all the materials, just a wish, absolutely. Oh my god, I've still got this poll active. I always find it annoying as a viewer when I see polls active for a long time. I do apologise, because it's just an annoying pop-up at the top. There we go, Team Dog won by a landslide. And I think another thing for me that another reason why I don't watch colour-alongs is because of the amount of time they are. They're usually at least an hour and a half, well over an hour, and often I can't necessarily do that, although I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I do love a long video. But I feel like with a colour-along I'd want to watch it all in one go, whereas say a collection video I could watch in smaller segments and I'd be fine with that. I just feel like it's a lot of commitment to watch a full colour-along. Right, let's get almost done, just got the purple and the yellow. I'm just conscious I need to go to bed. I've got work in the morning. Sub to your channel, Dana. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Love Dana's channel. I watch a colour along if I'm colouring along. Yes, I tend to watch a colour along if I'm colouring the same page. It doesn't have to be in the same way, but I like colouring along with them. I've done that with Paulina's colour alongs. And hers are always chatty and fun. But yeah, it's just rare that I am colouring the same thing that someone else is. It's not that I don't want to watch it, it's just, it's time. For me, it's time. Always time. Sometimes have colour alongs while I'm colouring, not even the same page, just to help, because I know how much work they are. Yeah, that's nice. Good thing about colouring is you don't have to watch it all at once. True, true. Yeah, I'm the same, Kimberlyn. I like tags, I like hauls, I like collections. I like hearing people gush about their books. I really do. I like opinions. That's what I like. And I also love, like, whip videos. Like, seeing what people are working on. And I feel like there's even more out at the moment. Like, I'm seeing from more and more people, which is fun. Purple. I think I've got a purple out, actually. Yes, I do. Right, doing what you have done here, starting off being inspired and doing my things. Yeah. Oh, yes, Kimberlyn, I love a random. I will stop everything I'm doing if I see that someone's put out a randomizer video. Zoe and I, we will message each other. We'll be like, Shelley's done a randomizer. Because Shelley was the one who started it all off. We'd be like, stop everything. It's out. I can't wait to film mine. I keep sitting here going, oh, I want to film it now. And then I go, no, because I've got pages I want to finish before I get excited by that. I just want to finish a few more pages. I think next week I'll do it. Pretty much, I like colouring content. Love complete pages. Love plans, yes. You're not alone. I think Zoe said to me before that she prefers plans than completed pages. Yeah, I love a plan. I like plans just as much. I really do. Just as much as completed pages. I think I'm almost done. Oh, I want a creamy colour for this icing. I think it's fun the whip videos have morphed and everyone is calling them different things, but it's just a hodgepodge of what they did in the week before. Absolutely. When are you going to film? Probably next week. Probably towards end next week. I might film it in 2 halves because I quite enjoy doing that, because they do take a long time to film. Especially for me, I do 30 books, so I tend to do it in 2 halves. Otherwise, it just gets a bit much on my voice. Right, I think I'm happy with how the page is looking. Oh, a bit of shading on the iron. Juniper green. Is somewhere over here. There it is. And then we got on my Eerie books, when I go through all my coloured pages, I just love her. I get all giddy. I love that. I love when people get giddy. Oh, who watched... That sounded quite like accusatory. Who watched Joe's flip through of RJ's book? Oh my god, I was cracking up. I was cracking up at the start when she was like, I'm going to say the opposite of what I think. And she opens the book and goes, what a dull, uninspiring page. And she was like, I can't do this. Honestly, I was in stitches watching. Oh, I haven't done the brown. I was like, Jo, you can't do this. And she was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. And I was like, yeah, your husband might think it's too much, but for us, part of the colouring community, I love hearing people gush about things they love. I love hearing people talk about things they love. I just love that. I watched, she made me laugh, it was great. And you watch Happy Catastrophe? Oh yes, she is absolutely wonderful. And she's so calming as well. Did not add that to my list. Definitely recommend. Oh, it was funny. Joe Piggy Pens. So when you pre-recorded a video. Oh, a premiere. Yeah. So it's like in between a live stream and just a regular video. So you do make the video as normal, it uploads as normal, but it premieres at a specific time, and there's a live chat at that time, so you can interact whilst the video is being played. So the person who uploads the video is usually in the chat. I don't know why they would do a premiere if they weren't in the chat, I'll be honest. I know I wouldn't. But it's just to generate a bit of excitement, a bit of hype, a bit of extra interaction with people. I really like getting involved with them. I like Tara's when she does hers. And I did it. I've done it a couple of times. I think we all hate our own accents. I think that's quite a normal thing for us as humans to feel. Right, Bista. Where is Bista? Is it on the floor? Yes, got it. I do believe you're almost finished. You might just get this page done. I literally just have this brown section to do and some highlights, which is good because I need to go to bed. I've got work in the morning. But I was like, I can't leave it almost done, and it would take me, I mean, when it was less than 20 minutes ago. I don't know. Someone time check me. And I've enjoyed this style of shading where I'm not necessarily covering the page in colour, in the coloured pencil, just kind of adding the extra shadows. Right, a bit of highlights. Let's correct my mistake over here. Don't know what kind of video I would do as premiered. Yeah, I think it's specific. Oh, what apps do you use to make YouTube thumbnails? Canva. I love Canva. They have a lot of templates that you can work from. And yeah, once I've made one, say, got my completed pages as like a template, I just copy and paste the last one and then reuse it. I just change the picture, and I have the same like template for book flip throughs, just change up the picture and the background colour. I think you find your own style though with thumbnails. Everyone's slightly different. Nothing wrong with playing around with different things, seeing what works best for you, what you like. I think for me, if I can have a thumbnail that includes the books that I'm talking about in the video, that's always a plus for me, because it just gives you a little flavour of what's to come. Right, with that, it's done. Mine are very colourful, like my personality. Yes, absolutely. Canva is free. I use the free version. There is a premium version. I don't pay for it though. Might do it for my Make Completed Pages. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh. Can use a free version. I ran my design business off a free Canva account. For me, the paid version seems like too much. Like, the most I would get out the paid version is like extra images to add, but you can just find images online without using the ones. Is anyone else subscribed to Falling for Hugh? She is hilarious. Yes, I am. I love Romany. She's great. Yes, absolutely. Love her. But yeah, there we go. First page in Tiny Tales, Volume 3 done. Do elephants out on dinner dates wear earrings in their ears? This one does. Yeah, this was vaguely inspired by RJ Hampson. So yeah, very productive evening. Finished that one, and in fact not finished, I coloured that one, and I finished this one. But yeah, it is 5 to 11 now. I am going to head off to bed, and yeah, I'm going to come back. I will always come back. Things would be wrong if I just disappeared. I mean, it would be very wrong. Too deep. What I mean to say is I'm going to be here on Sunday for a live stream, afternoon slot instead of evening slot, so from 3 PM BST. And what I will be colouring is... Ooh, creak. I'm going to start working on the Fragile Wild page for the month, and the one I've decided to do is the hippo. We're very zoomed in because of Tiny Tales, but yeah, I can zoom out a bit. Yeah, gonna do the hippo. I think I want to do like a sunsetty background. Do some basing, probably with Neocolours. I'm not sure though. But yeah, I will be here Sunday. Hope to see you guys there. Loved colouring both of these tonight with you all. I feel like they're both quite nice and bright and springy. Can't wait to see you do that part. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, the hippo's mouth is gnarly. You've got kids to get up for school, so we need sleep also. Page is beautiful. Enjoyed watching you and chatting. It's been lovely. Thank you, making me want to dust off my markers. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I had a great stream. Always have a great stream. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here, and I will hopefully see you Sunday. Bye everybody.